Hey, Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome back to Ashoka, the World Renouncer, where we just finished up our gameplay as the good old Chola? Wait, who was I playing again? I don't remember. No, I was playing Majapahit. So Meiji Japan is an option. So Meiji Japan is like our historical choice. Let's have a look here. When you overbuild a building, you gain science equal to 50% of the building's production cost. That's actually quite nice. It allows you to convert production into science really effectively. That could be really powerful if we wanted to go for a science victory. Meiji Japan unique fighter air unit, increased range, +4 combat strength against other fighter units. We've got the Mikasa. First time this unit is destroyed, it respawns in the closest settlement you own at 50% HP. Oh wow. So it's very hard to kill. We've got the unique quarter, +1 gold in production on buildings in adjacent districts. So this is the Zaibatsu, very powerful. You've got the Ginkgo, which is +5 gold, +1 adjacency for gold buildings and wonders. And then you've got the Jugokyo, which is +5 production and +1 production adjacency for coastal terrain and wonders. Very strong. So Meiji Japan, definitely a scientific Civ. The fact that when you overbuild, you gain science equal to 50% of the building's cost, that's actually ridiculous. America is an option for us. So you gain 100 gold every time you improve a resource, and you gain 30% production towards the Statue of Liberty. Okay, cool. We're economic and expansionist. We gain the Marine, so they're cheaper to train and they have the amphibious ability. We also have the Prospector civilian unit, claims a rand resource outside of your regular settlement radius. Wow. Okay, so you can kind of like expand further than you would normally be able to. You've got the Industrial Park, +2 food in this city for every resource assigned to the city. You've got the rail yard, +5 production, +1 production adjacency for quarters, and then you've got the steel mill. So America has a huge amount of production potential here. We've also got the Mughals, +75% gold from all sources, -25% to all other yields. They're economic and expansionist, so they've got a unique settler that gives you +1 population on new settlements. You've got the Stepwell, which is +2 food from adjacent farms. Very cool. All right. The Mughals. I've played Prussia. Prussia's really cool, very interesting civ. You've got Qing, China, 4 gold, 3 culture, +2 influence, but -1 science from imported resources. I don't know how that ability works. That one's kind of confusing to me. Extra influence, Then you got Russia. Culture on districts and cities, science on districts in Tundra, Katusha, the Obshina, culture from Tundra. And then you got Siam, who is our historic choice. Gain a unique diplomatic action to immediately become suzerain of a city-state at a higher influence cost than befriend independent. I think of all of these, I'm most interested in trying out Meiji Japan, kind of like a geographic switch. So I'm gonna go for Meiji Japan here. I think that's kind of an exciting switch up of things. We get to explore some of their unique abilities. Just kind of figure out how Japan works. All right, let's have a look at our legacies. The modern age has begun. So we could go for an economic dark age, but that would use up all of these beautiful points that we've earned. I don't think we need non-sufficient Orbis Golden Age, nor do we need Land of Opportunity. The expansionist attribute points could be kind of cool. Like if we take a look at some of the things we could do in here, +1 food in cities per town, militaristic, none of these are super good. Ooh, retain Holy Ecumen. +4 culture for every foreign settlement following your religion, or +2 culture per relic in the previous age. That's honestly not that much. Well, I am only making 200 culture per turn now, which feels like, damn, my culture got crushed. Lyceums is actually insane. +3 science per turn for each quarter. I'm gonna take that one. I will go for the expansionist attribute points. I'll take 2 of those. And I'll take a militaristic attribute point. I'll take 2 cultural attribute points and 2 diplomatic attribute points to try and push for a science victory. Samapa could become my capital. I'm going to keep my capital, well, I'm going to keep my capital where it is, Badalaputra. This city has grown owing to the fact that I think some of the urban specialists got kicked out. It's the same over here. Let's go ahead and do all of our nice growth events. Focusing on food because we're at the start of an era, and food has the most value at the beginning of an era, as all of the growth calculations are reacquired. All right, we're getting through our growing pains. We can grow this town over here. Lovely. Now, one thing I would like to handle are my traditions and social policies in here. So +1 gold for every 5 surplus happiness is amazing. +1 science for every 5 surplus happy is amazing. +1 culture and +1 production on marine terrain is amazing. I'm going to take all that. That's going to push me up on science again. I'm surprised. I thought we had some traditions that would have boosted. If I check my unlocks, my ageless unlocks. Yeah, I thought we had some passives that were really good. Maybe the passives go away, I'm not sure. Okay, leader attribute bonuses. I'm going to go for 25% culture towards studying masteries, and then I'm going to go for +1 culture in settlements for each resource assigned to them. as I think that's a good one. In terms of diplomatic, longer celebrations is really good for my civilization. I would love to get influence towards befriending independence. The influence per age is not such a big deal anymore. Culture and science per age for city-states that were suzerain enough. I think I would like to go towards the alliance-y stuff. In terms of expansionism, losing a settlement limit and then gaining a settlement limit is like a kind of moot. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll get +1 food in cities per town, repeatable. On the militaristic side of things, I would love to get the gold maintenance for all units. That's a good one. We didn't get any scientific points, which is very sad. But we should have the science on quarters, right? I did pick that as a bonus. Did I misunderstand that? I don't know. All right, let's have a look. What's our victory condition here? I think I would like to actually try and do the science victory. So opening up with academics and then pushing to electricity to get the laboratory so we can churn through a bunch of science here, I think is the play. So let's open with academics. In my capital, I could build the grocer in the city park, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a research initiative so as to shave a few turns off of academics. We brought it down by 2 turns. Samapa should be a cheap city to convert, and I'm absolutely going to do that, and I'll pop in here. And I'll put this on a research initiative as well. We brought this down to 11 turns. Brahmagiri, I'm going to convert this to a city as well. We'll pop in the research initiative. Resource assignments are available. I'm going to not show, well, let me unassign everything. We want to put our best resources need to go into our cities. So Pataliputra will benefit from these resources because they have a higher effect in the capital. 6 happiness in the capital, 6 culture in the capital. And then I'll give it an elephant. I'll put happiness in my other cities as a priority. Well, no, the wine is actually better. And then I'll just distribute resources to my towns randomly. Perfect. In terms of choosing a civic, I think rushing our Meiji civics would be amazing for our production and gold. Bunmai Kaika would give us the Jukogyo, which is a production boost. It would also give us the Fukoku Kohie, which would allow us to gain science for training aircraft or naval units. And the Dogo Onsen, which is ridiculously good for our thing. The settlement gains a population every time you enter a celebration. Absolutely, we want to get that one. Super powerful. I'm sad that I didn't get this guy. Let's have a look at the settler lens. If I were to settle here, I would capture a lot of value. And so I'm going to buy a settler. For the purpose of settling here, I block off a huge chunk of the map and I gain these nice like coal and oil and all this stuff. We'll get you over there. Lumajang is going to become a city as well. And of course, naturally, we're going to do research initiative. We're still trying to shave turns off of academia. Pretty much any of my units that are stationed in a city are just going to be fortified. I'll send this fleet commander over to here and I'll try to get open borders with my good friend. He accepted it. I'll improve trade relations as well because I want to get through here and see if I can explore and see where I wish to see where the independent powers could appear, basically. All right, let's fortify up all of our units in our cities. We don't need to actually do anything with them just yet in all of our settlements. We get to choose a government, and remember, we're going to benefit a lot from this government. Elective Republic is crazy, as is Bureaucratic Monarchy for gold. I'm going to go for Elective Republic. I think that's a great one. Culture and science. It looks like Tehran appeared here. I think I'm going to blast and kill Tehran because they're exactly where I want to settle. That's my only justification. And then on my boats, I'm going to use them to sort of explore pretty judiciously and spend a lot of time exploring this area, just trying to clear up the map and find things. All right, we can choose a celebration. I'm gonna go for the science boost. Our celebrations are extra long. I'm gonna take more happiness. Happiness on science buildings is great because we will be building science buildings. And so that will lead us to getting more celebrations, which allows us to plug more cards in. I'm going to move my commander over here. I'm going to vomit out the units. Got some cuirassiers here that will be able to slam into this city and clear it. We could choose to go on like an Omega Giga offensive, but I'm probably only going to kill Tehran. I may look to kill some of these guys down here. I think Geneva is worth befriending, so we'll befriend them, as is Munich if we can. I think there's a decent settlement here too, so I'm going to buy myself another settler. 1, 2, 3. Mostly because I hate having gaps in the land. We'll attack once. I will move my army commander forward to collect the experience for when we clear this. It'll be a nice boost to science too, killing this independent power, as it will get me a turn off of researching academics. I believe we get 300 science for clearing that. Narrative choice here, 500 culture. Very nice. So we will be able to settle soon. I do think a city down here could also be quite useful. Well, settlement, not a city. But yeah, I think I'm going to look to kill these cultural city-states. I want the scientific ones. Although then again, the cultural ones could be good. It depends though. If somebody else tries to befriend them before me, then I might kill them. Got to deny them from my enemies. Okay, so if we settle here, we gain a very nice little city. Let's grab the oil. I'll move towards these resources as well. We're not going to really invest into that city because our plan is to first convert more of our towns to cities, particularly like places like Tosali here. It's only a 200 gold conversion. Suvarnagiri is a great conversion as well. Ujjaini, less so. We're sticking to the science pump. We're trying to shave as many turns off of academics as we can. It's down to 2 turns now, which is great. Move this army commander together and vacuum up the units. Excellent. We're allowed to explore through this guy's territory, potentially finding more independent powers. Alrighty, there is the schoolhouse. That's +5 science per turn. We also have the Oxford University. We could go for the Oxford University. I would love to get that. I have a fairly high production capital city. 2 free technologies would be amazing. Where would we put it, however? Trying to remember, where does my science district go in here? Well, this is where the science district is going to go this era. That's a triple science adjacency. So if I put it adjacent to that tile, right, we've got 1, 2, 3 resources. So if we put a wonder right here, that'll be a quadra adjacency science tile. We're going to cancel that research. In fact, we're not going to be doing this research project thing at all in my cities anymore. We're going to be going for our schoolhouses. And in particular, we're going to be looking for high adjacency science tiles. So here's a good one. This is an 8-6. And so we shall. We have a 7-7 here, which is pretty darn good. So I'll go for the 7-7. We want that science. I've got an 8-8 in this city somewhere. 8-8 over here is really strong. Savadagiri, let's cancel this. A 7-6. 7-6 over here, but also a 7-6 over here. I'll take this 7-6, I think, because it's a fresh tile. You have grown, Will Wakikta. Let me actually make sure you're set to being a fishing town. Your job is to send food around my empire, as it is your job here, good sir. Pataliputra is ready to grow. And I think we will grow to these nice mountain tiles. They're quite valuable. We will continue to grow to food early in the era, or early in the age, rather. They're called ages now. I still call them eras. It's just like, so 500 science or 500 culture. I'm going to take the science because we basically now want to rush towards electricity to get laboratories. Combination of schoolhouse plus laboratory is bish bash bosh, a lot of science. Now, in Kausambi, you are a fishing town, good sir. So please return to fishing town. Now, a migrant has been spawned. We will send that to Pataliputra. Kahuli, you are a fishing town. I love the extra food being sent to my cities. I'm a big fan of fishing towns. You need to build a schoolhouse. We've got 6-5s up and down. 6-5, 6-5, 6-5. Let's go with this 6-5 right here. I don't know if Tuban needs to be converted to a city. We can think about that. Right now, I'm just trying to restore my old cities. I remember, is there anyone here who should be a city but isn't just yet? No, not as far as I can tell. All right, settler is in place. Let's bounce it down. Kagoshima, nice. Grab that resource and grab that tile right there. Kagoshima. We are trailing in civics. Yeah, but we will learn to grow our civic potential over the course of this age. Do not worry about that. Right now, my main goal is to get my science up. Okay, we're going to befriend Munich. It'll take 15 turns for them to flip around to our friendship. Looks like one of these unfriendly city-states has been cleared. Poor independents, getting their shit rocked at the start of an era. I'm going to buy myself another settler. I wouldn't mind settling in over here just to fill up the land, grabbing tiles, grabbing, power, potential, all that stuff. As a migrant here, we'll put the migrant in the city, claiming the mountain. The Hadas River has flooded. There's Jukogyo. We build military and production buildings faster. The Dogo Onsen is 100% a building that we want to build. Ujjaini is ready to grow, and we will grow to this nice fishing tiles. Lihue, I don't know how to pronounce this. I literally said how to spell it when I was saying it. We need to grow that side. Fushimi is ready to grow too. I think we'll grow to some of these farming tiles. We do need to spend a bit of money in here to build granaries and stuff like that. I'm saving my money to buy groceries in my big cities. I think the Oath and 5 articles, we want the Ginkgo, +5 gold. Gold for gold constructibles, gold for adjacent wonders, and it also has a 50%, we can also get the 50% production boost towards science buildings, and the +1 production in science from specialists, which is amazing. So we're grabbing these Japanese buildings. The stone cutter in here would be nice, but it's not what we're looking for. I will switch you over to a fishing town. That is your job, that is your objective. Town specialization, yeah, you're a fishing town too. I don't know who you're connected to, but you're a fishing town. There's 500 science from Geneva. That's going to really help us unlock our potential, the science potential of our empire. Coming into Pataliputra, I can't afford to build these production buildings, but I would love to. The Dojo Onsen, I really want to build it, so I'm going to prioritize it. Wonders over science buildings, in my opinion. We can also grow to this weird little mountain tile. Boom. Yeah, I know I'm trailing in technology. Okay, it's the start of the era. You gotta give me a little bit of time to catch up, man. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. The irony is saying that. Playing Civ. So my main strategy is to just try and get a couple of wonders, pump up my science. Tuban here is ready to grow. And I can, again, keep growing to these food tiles because that will allow me to grow more population. The more population I grow, the better return on investment that will be. Yeah, there's a 21-2. Tile right here. That would be a fantastic investment, but I would rather put that money into a place like my capital where I can buy the Jukogyo. There's an 8-2 here, 6-3. This is better saved for water adjacency tiles, so I might take the 6-3 here. Although I don't want to erase the bank, but I might just erase the bank anyway. There is a 5-3 here that will become a 6-3 when the Oxford University is finished, so you know what? Let's do it. That was meant to be a purchase. Boom. And I'll put a specialist on the city center tile. Kagoshima. Not because it's a good decision, just because I don't really have other decisions. You're good. Yeah, I want to pump gold into the cities that are building. Okay, another. Yeah, it looks like he killed that independent. Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna set a little city here. There's Kyoto. I'll grab these spices and the quinine. I need open borders with Napoleon. He rejected it. Okay, well. That's fine. I'm worried about Munich getting killed, so I'm going to boost my relationship with them. He's killed a few city-states around here, so I'm a little concerned about Geneva as well. Oh, they're only 5 turns away. All right. Augustus denounced me, which is like, whatever, bro. Go for it. Right after he established a trading trade route with me. Okay. That's pretty logical. I trade with you, and you're a jerk, but I will trade with you. I hate your guts, but I will trade with you. I despise everything about your civilization except for your goods. Okay. Looks like we finally discovered North America. What? That's a little confusing. I thought we'd already discovered North America. Right, Fushimi is ready to grow. I think just growing to the resources is the right way. Suvarnagiri is ready to build its Jukogyo. 2 turns till electricity is done. Now, what does the Zaibatsu do again? +1 gold and production in buildings in adjacent districts. So we kind of want to put this at the center of a group of stuff. Believe it or not, right here is a great spot. Literally the entire world has declared war on me. And I'm kind of okay with it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, we've blasted the hell out of this guy. We need to move troops to the north. Let's get this kill as we continue to smash enemy units with our cuirassiers. Don't let this army commander waltz into our territory scot-free. Make sure he gets punished for it. Ship of the line. Blasting. Blast this enemy army commander. I actually think that that's a surprisingly effective way to damage his army. I will slam this field cannon with my rifles too. All right, we've got this army commander surrounded. He vacuumed up his units thinking he could sneak around me, but we're not going to let him. We need to kill this Gusa. There we go. He's in danger now. I'm going to upgrade you, pull you back to be upgraded. I want all my units upgraded. We're fighting one hell of a war here, boys. Perhaps the AI detected my greed and understood the consequences of me being allowed to build and expand without opposition. All right, blast him. Do not let him take the city for free. I'm just going to let this naval commander get killed so that it respawns somewhere useful. Right now it's nowhere useful. All right, what are we looking at? We got natural history here. There's the museum. Yeah, we don't care about these buildings at the moment. I can grow Samapa, grow to the city center tile. I can choose a civic. We got to go to political theory next because that leads to the ideology trees that we want. I know the settlement is defenseless. It's all part of the plan. All right, let me pull this army commander over. I'm going to retreat this line infantry inside him. Yeah, my fleet commander was destroyed. That was part of the plan. Blast that Gusa. I think the settler is a mistake in here. I'm going to get myself a couple howitzers for the extra range. This guy's got 65 combat strength. I'm going to blast the guy who has 65. I'm going to pull you back. You're going to promote. I need to get like an infantry plus a ranged unit on these tiles to hold. Ship of the line's taking damage, but I can potentially purchase a rifle infantry. I don't want to spend my gold on that. It's not what we want to do. Kill that settler. Okay, you've taken too much damage. Fall back to heal. Promote you. 3 more turns until tanks are available. Land ships. You get into Tuban and fortify it. Monaco was defeated. That's fine. They were helping me out a little. Minor defeat against this guy. Oof. I think we don't need the laboratory. What we really need are field guns in here. I need production in Ujjaini. It's only got 40 production, which is really not enough. So like the stone cutter, the ironworks, the military academy, all things that I need to build. The stone cutter's cheap and quick. There's an A2 on the Jukokyo stone cutter up here, plus the ironworks on the same tile. So stone cutter, ironworks, Jukogyo. Then I want the Ginkgo, but after the military academy. The military academy can go where the laboratory is. So we're working on pushing this city's production up if we can. I need to boost my war support on this war because it is affecting my happiness pretty significantly. Get a minor victory there. I'm worried about that though. I don't want to take damage on this unit. Hit that Gusa, soften him up. I need to get my production up if I'm going to be able to fight a war effectively. Protect this retreat infantry here. I have a field gun. Bring that field gun back. Bring this infantry back so we can protect this capitals. Okay, we got some cuirassiers. I'm saving money so we can do some upgrades. I think we might be stable to the point where we can chill and start like mass producing units and stuff for a few turns. Field gun was killed by a line infantry. Oof, that hurts. Listen, Ujjaini, I know you're defenseless. A bigger fish to fry, brother. Upgrade that field cannon. Massive focus fire. You know what I need? Can I buy another army commander? Not quite. Massive focus fire on this line infantry. Can we get the kill? It says minor defeat, but it should be a wipeout. Perfect. Fortify that tile. Keep yourself safe. We can get a minor victory, hopefully killing a unit here. Every unit we kill is a huge victory. Okay, we want to build a Jukogyo first because it's worth production. In Samapa, we need our ironworks. We need our military academy. So the ironworks, well, first I want to place the military academy because it actually has adjacency bonuses. We've got a 7-4 here. There's a 7-4 right here. That's where I'm putting it. Military academy first. The ironworks is even faster. Do we have a warehouse building tile? Nope. All right, so we'll go ironworks into the military academy, then into the Jukogyo. We need that production as fast as humanly possible. I've also got narrative choice here. I'm going to take the happiness towards celebrations because I get a lot of benefits from that. Keep popping down pops. You fortify that tile. That's your job. Kill that settler. Every unit we can take away from our enemies weakens them, whether it's a civilian or a military unit. Upgrade, upgrade, move. The world's first forced world conquest by a scout to tank for the ship of the line. Right, I'm curious to see how our enemies are going to deal with us. Oof, okay, big damage right there. They almost pulled off an insane sneak attack on my capital, and I am unwilling to allow that to happen. We just take out this cuirassier that's trying to flank. Let's get him. He should be defeated by this infantry if that worked out. Just barely didn't. Okay. Blast there. You're a little bit too hurt. I'm gonna pull you back to a safe distance. Kill this army commander, force his units to pop out. I can't leave the city. Well, actually, technically I can, because I can deploy a field gun into Pataliputra onto that fortified tile and then begin blasting. We forced out that mortar and now we can continue to blast. Suvanagiri has grown. Let's keep growing to these nice food tiles. The faster we grow, the more production we get, the more everything we get. Suvanagiri has built the Jukogyo. We need the military academy as well. It's up to 93 production. Military academy will help. I'm going to put the military academy adjacent to the Jukogyo, and then I'm going to build a Jinko so that we can get that district. And this should give the city an insane amount of production. Okay, we have a series of field cannons. There's a ship of the line guarding an infantry here. Let's make sure we focus fire this ship of the line. And then with this field gun, make sure we're taking out these elephants. Do not let them get away with that. Okay, so we're defeating Napoleon soundly because luckily we had 2 army commanders full of units over there. Pull the ship of the line out of the city to be safe. And I will buy a field gun to protect the city. This field gun has seen better days. I'm going to pull it back and then a unit will take up its position on the front. I'm going to blast you. We get that kill. Keep fortifying these tiles. Do not let them get through. Got a perfect front line spanning this entire arc, and we have successfully defended Fushimi with a single field gun. So I'm very happy about that. We may need to buy a field gun in Kagoshima next, but that entirely depends on the moves that our enemies make. So there's combustion. We have land ships now. Which is the next tier of cavalry unit. I do have a specialist available in my capital. I'm going to master combustion for the +3 combat strength on cavalry units and the +1 production on production buildings. I need it. It says a settlement is defenseless. Kausambi is defenseless. I think it's because there's an enemy military unit nearby. See, these Abamboas are a little spooksy. Do not let these gooses get through. Your tile is not fortified, so make sure you fortify it. Blasting these guys away. This cuirassier took some damage. I'm going to upgrade him to a land ship, making them a little scarier. I'm going to upgrade this whole front line into land ships here so that we can hold Napoleon off without too many resources. And let's make sure we kill this guy. Killing units left, right, and center. All right, we got a field gun up in the city. Let's deploy the field gun to this tile. Take him out. There we go. Enemy defeated. Cuirassier has taken a little bit of damage, so I'm going to pull him back to heal. You've taken a little bit too much damage, so I'll pull you back to heal. You're staying fortified on that tile. Blast that line infantry. Do not let them approach. Keep blasting this line infantry as well. They are coming in from a variety of angles now, but I have got enough military to buy time to get my production up to where I'll be able to start building an overwhelming military. They are They are slapping the capital city now. They're trying to take it. They've realized now that whatever strategic aim they were going for will fail. So I'm going to swap a land ship in there. We'll keep blasting here. You're going to become a tank. You're going to pop into the military commander, who I'm going to move to the left. Major victory on the land ships. Big. I'm going to take the science, 900 science. We need that. Production on the Jukogyo. I'm going to take the production on the Jukogyo. I think a flood happened in here, which has massively damaged a couple of pieces of infrastructure that actually have pretty wide-reaching effects on the city. This land ship is in bad shape. Pull back to heal. You move up to take over that tile. These ships of the line need to be taught a lesson. So let me use the coordinated fire ability on the commander. Let me double check with this commander. Does he have the... No, he doesn't have the pop in, pop out ability. Well, that's okay. Okay, Lumajang needs production, and that tells me ironworks. Okay, I'll pop an ironworks right there. I also want the military academy. We've got a 7 adjacency military academy right here. That will get the city's production up, where we'll be able to start cranking out more bad dudes. I'll take the 2.5 production on this tile right here. That's great urban specialist tile. Make sure we take out this cuirassier here. I love using scouts to tank for my field cannons. It works surprisingly well. We have our first howitzer reaching the front line. You're a little bit vulnerable, so we're going to fall you back. These two guys will need to heal. Do not let these line infantry approach unscathed. All right, combustion. +3 combat strength for cavalry units and +1 production on production buildings. That's fantastic. In terms of Brahmagiri, the science from the schoolhouse and the library will be really useful. In Lumajang, I want that 2.5 production tile, although actually the growth tile is super good here as well. In terms of choosing a technology, we could go for flight. Getting aerodromes would be really nice. We could make use of air power to do a lot of work. I would also like to get the factory so that I can mass produce things. Production on mines and woodcutters, I would love that. Production on clay pits and quarries. I think I'm just going to take the production science right now. I just need to get my production up. So Varanagiri has almost all of its production abilities. It's up to 100 production per turn, so now I can make field guns in 2 turns. I'm going to get myself some howitzers. No, I need an army commander to command this front, because there's experience that's just not getting scooped up, and that's making my army far weaker than it has any need to be. I'm going to buy a scout in here to tank again. They're only 60 gold and it buys you time. It's a good little exploit of the AI. You fall back to that gold tile there to heal again. I'll move you up to protect this. Field gun shoot there. I'm going to say a coordinated fire on this ship of the line. Lumajang needs a Mikasa. I just don't have time on this front to build everything I need to build, so I'm not gonna focus on the fronts where I can make a difference. If I had a line of field cannons, there would be nothing they could do to me. Move you 1 tile left, get that kill, hopefully earning a promotion. Land ship forward, field gun forward, take that shot, get that promotion. Attack here. Any promoters? Not quite. We're close. Very close. Okay, Tosali needs production as well. So I'd like to build my ironworks ideally on a tile that already has, like the stonecutter tile already has a warehouse building, because they don't get any adjacency bonuses, so you want to put your non-adjacency bonuses on the same tile, in my opinion anyway. And then I also want the military academy so we can pump out production. Now, where is the Jukoigyo is going here, and we want it fully surrounded, so I'm going to build the military academy there. It's going to go ironworks, Jukoigyo, military academy, Ginkgo, and that's going to get me the best production yield from this city. Currently it's making 66 production, so we'll check back in a few turns when we've actually managed to upgrade it. I'm going to move you forward, Mr. Cuirassier, and upgrade you. We have plenty of oil, but that's not all that we're going to be doing. Okay, let's get some of these Cuirassiers upgraded into tanks. I think that's going to be an important part of our strategy. We have a howitzer. Now, the howitzers don't do that much damage against units, but not bad on any stretch of the imagination. We've successfully held the homeland, I believe, and so I think I can use some gold to buy some maybe boats over here to take control of this river. Maybe even a howitzer or 2 would give me indirect fire capabilities. Hampatu has erupted again. Not much I can do about that. I'm busy, brother. Coming over to Ujjaini, yeah, I think growth. Growth has a long-term payoff, but I love playing for the ultra late game, which is why most of my strategy involves getting lots of food and production. So Padlaputra, the only thing it's missing is a military academy, and it has a 14 production military academy. I'm going to put the Jinko on the Jukoigyo tile. That will get me the Zaibatsu district. And then I'm going to build a military academy. I can't build it adjacent. That's fine. There's a 7. Yeah, I'll put it right here on this tile. I'm going to use this field cannon to get that kill. In Lumajang, I'm going to buy a Mikasa because it's going to be a very powerful assister. Apparently, you should have a promotion. That's weird. You got 102 experience out of 90. Okay, now we got a promotion. Units can move after unpacking from the commander is easily one of the most powerful abilities in the game, so that's what I'm going to pick up for him. This guy is just about to level as well. Let's kill here. That made him pop out his delicious pinata sauce inside of him, aka an elephant. Amazingly, my land ship can attack the dreadnought. You'll love to see it. We've basically won the battle for the capital pretty decisively, I would say, as well. Let's deploy a field cannon to this tile so we can shoot into the water and start moving these melee units out. I'll move my commander over to this tile, jump into this guy, and then pop out on the tile to the left with your moves still attached. Okay, then you can heal. You move up here, jump into the commander, then pop out. My plan is to fill these tiles with fortified field cannons, and then basically 3 field cannons plus 3 howitzers behind them. That will give us insane ability to fight people coming at the city. And then with a commander also helping them, they'll look pretty good. Anyone else can be redirected to the new fronts that are opening over here to the east now that the homelands are safe. All right, I'm going to blast this unit with a mortar, then I'll hit him with a tank. I will pull this tank back to a safe tile and then hit this mortar with a new tank in order to hopefully completely obliterate him off the map. Well, it looks like it didn't quite get the kill, so I'll move over with a field cannon to finish him off. I'll move this field gun up. We just want to start getting kills. The more kills we get, the better the position that we're in. I can get a kill on this line infantry that's trying to retreat right now. Good stuff. We're still many turns away from my cities hitting their maximum production, but that's fine. Okay, one of my army commanders got a promotion. It was this commander over here. Shoot, we took a lot of damage here. Let's retreat you and retreat you inside the bosom of safety. You know what I'm going to do? I've changed my plan. We're going to bring back the defensive line a tile. I think that's the right thing to do. You have a promotion. I want the combat strength from ranged units. Papow. Fortify that tile. We'll get all these units to heal themselves up. But yeah, I think I'll have a defensive line that goes like, maybe like 3 ranged unit, 3 siege unit. And that will just, you know, pepper anything that tries to get into my capital while we pump units towards the front here. Having to be flexible on the fly is kind of fun and interesting. Tuban, you have another pop, right? Just keep on growing, get me that extra production. What are you set to, by the way? You should be a mining town, 100%. We need that gold from you. All right, I'm going to move my Mikasa up. It's here to blast the Changbeon. This army commander will be able to do a focus fire on the enemy ship, doing big damage to it. Yeah, I think I've discovered a bug with the display on Army Commander Experience. This guy should be leveled up, but I suspect that this is an N+1 experience display error, where basically it's, or an N-1, where it's like, oh, what I actually need is 120 experience, but it's showing me the experience required from the previous level. Because if I attack with this military unit, he should level up right now. Boom. And he'll have 3 experience left over. Hey, bug hunting is fun. I'm going to take initiative. It's one of the best promotions in the entire game. Being able to pop units in and out of your army commanders is incredibly valuable. I did want to experiment with not taking it, because I think it's always good, right? When you're learning a game, is like, if you think something is strong, you should absolutely trust that instinct, but you should also be willing to experiment with things that don't necessarily fit that mold. Because otherwise you can get yourself pigeonholed into strategies that, yeah, like they're on the surface, they're really good, but there might actually be a better strategy somewhere. And because you're not willing to experiment, you know, you miss out on this other, more powerful strategy. And that's, you know, if I'm trying to be at least decent at the game, I don't want to be the best player in the world, but I want to be good, you know what I mean? I need to get this land ship out of here. He got caught out, as did I over here. Man, he has so much combat strength on his units. I did a little bit of misclicking. It's not the end of the world. Pull these guys deeper into enemy territory, distract them for me while I build up and move up armies. Howitzer. Get a nice blast. I mean, the beautiful effects when a unit shoots. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, the distraction tank worked. I pulled them off to the side, which is going to buy me time to get units into position. I'm going to want field cannons, tanks, and howitzers to push in on Puteoli. If I could take this peninsula here, I'd be in an amazing position. There's urbanization. We have the modern bridge. We have the plus production on clay pits and quarries. That's going to help us with gold production, everything. I'm going to go for industrialization level 2. I want that +1 production on mines and woodcutters. Also, combat strength on infantry units is incredibly useful. We don't have that many infantry units, but we can make use of them. Kagoshima is under threat. How under threat is it? decently. So let's buy defensive fortifications in there, and then I'll maybe buy a siege unit or something. Don't let this field gun get away. Yeah, I only lost one land ship, but it was over here. The age is already 25% over. Somebody's making progress, particularly on the cultural legacy. Okay, my land ship here took a little bit of damage. Why don't you pillage for a heal? That's perfect. We do have a cuirassier on that tile. Blast him. Got an elephant across the water. You have a naval blast on this guy. I will be trying to bring boats up this river. Field gun him. Amazing. All right, shoot that line infantry. Do not let that line infantry escape. Our main objective in Lumajang is just if we can hold this territory, that's fantastic. Our main war focus is over here in the east. Like, if we can hold our distant lands empire, that's great. All right, let's get massed fire on this Ambambua. That will take him out. This army commander will slowly level up. Also, he provides a 5% boost to all yields, plus a 15% land unit training bonus, which is going to be very useful. Okay, we're looking at a hell of a lot of noise. Let's get the howitzer in here. The field cannons blasting this guy. I can get this kill. Wish I had an army commander up here to gather up all this experience that's just going to waste. It says major defeat, but I can see, if you zoom in, you can see the tiniest sliver of health there, so I should win this fight. Ooh, okay, this boat is shooting this field cannon. I need to move him. Hampatu has been shablasted. There's political theory. We have a social policy slot. We also have the ideology trees. Now, I wasn't planning on going fascism again. It's like my third game going fascism now. Free speech is fantastic. Lowers food and maintenance costs of specialists. I'm going to plug that in. So again, if we go to democracy, we can get happiness and culture from our specialists, but we lose gold and production in towns. We would gain 4 infantry units, a cultural and a diplomatic attribute unit. We could also get culture in our towns equal to our cultural attribute, happiness in towns equal to our happiness attribute, but we would lose 5 science and 5 production in cities. When it comes to progressivism, we could get extra culture and happiness from displayed great works. We're not going for great works this game. We could get wonder production. We're not building wonders. We could get production towards training air units. That is something I would like to do. On the communism side of things, we would get science and food from specialists, which would be really nice. We would lose gold and happiness in towns, and we would get a bunch of ranged units, plus an expansionist and a scientific attribute. This is not bad. However, centralism here would give us food and science in our towns equal to our expansionist and scientific attribute. We would also lose 5 happiness and 5 culture in our cities. Then socialism would give us extra combat strength in our own territory, so really good defense, plus 5 happiness in cities while at war, and 30% production towards completing projects. This is very much so more of a defensive bent. However, fascism would give us plus 3 production from specialists, allowing us to crank out units. We would lose some food in towns, not the end of the world. We would lose some happiness in towns, gaining 6 gold from specialists. Like, the amount of resources that we will be able to pump through our economy if we take fascism right now is insane. Then we can go for radicalism. To gain production in our towns equal to our militaristic attribute, we will lose some happiness in our towns. We already have an insane amount of happiness. We would also gain gold equal to our economic attribute. We would lose a little bit of culture. We don't need culture. And absolutism would get us plus 3 production towards training all military units, but they would cost more. Sorry, plus 50% production towards building buildings and cities with railway stations. And then the really good one here is Scorched Earth. Plus 5 combat strength for all units when attacking. So this is insane. So we're going to take fascism here because it gives us so much production towards warfare. It is insanely powerful for warfare. All right, we've got an enemy land ship in the water. And actually, it's quite a good thing that it's in the water because it will take more damage because it is in the water. I'm going to purchase a howitzer in Lumajang. I'll move my Mikasa up the river so we can naval attack this land ship, hopefully finishing it off. And I think we did just sink its transport ship. I'll use my commander to fortify this tile to give this field gun the protection that it needs to survive these 2 attacks that are coming. I'm going to try to kill this line infantry so that there's less damage incoming onto this field gun. The field guns are quite vulnerable to melee attacks, so you do want to minimize the number of melee attacks they suffer. I'm going to move this army commander 1 tile to the left. His presence on this tile will preserve the temporary fortifications over the end of the turn, and we will move a tank up to the front line. All right, my ship of the line here, still trying to do really good work. We're holding this city like crazy. Let's fall back with this field gun. We'll fall back with this field gun. I'll tell you what I might do. I'll put a field gun here and a field gun here and here. And now we have this sort of kinked line. We've got field gun, field gun, field gun, field gun. And so now they have to come onto land to oppose my city. I will get some artillery behind this. At least 2, maybe 3 to 4 artillery behind this, ideally fortified. But my tanks and stuff I'm going to move to the front line. All right, I'll pull this land ship back. I'll move this field gun down here so we can kill this line infantry in the river, or at the very least damage him. Bring some line infantry up to hold. I'm going to build a line of land ships here along the river in order to protect this front as we build up our capabilities. That's our goal, is to build up our military capabilities. We're 1/4 of the way through the era. My Mikasa took some serious damage. Now they do have that special ability that allows them to respawn with half of their health if they do go down. I've begun research on fascism and now I'm a permanent member of that ideology. Perfect. I would like to take social science for science from specialists and culture from specialists with humanism. That should help me with my science and culture generation. I'm going to set up to defend these tiles. I want you to shoot across the river. I want you guys to shoot this settler, hopefully finishing him off. I'll pull my Mikasa back a tile and then shoot here. Get that kill. Lovely. I'll start moving up this howitzer with its 3 range. 3 range is a fantastic range to have. Blast this Changbaeun with my field cannon on the island. I think generally speaking we're managed to hold pretty well here. The enemies approach. I'm going to pull this unit back a tile and put a unit onto its tile. Let me move my field commander 1 tile to the left. Build those fortifications right there. You're healing, you're healing. Infantry moving up to the front. Let's move you down 1 more tile and see if you can kill this line infantry. Beautiful. We're a turn away from getting another army commander. Many of my cities are beginning to finish their production queues. Repositioning my military to hold this front line to the north. I'm going to keep investing in my war with Friedrich. He's the guy I need to take out above all else because he's the one who is my closest neighbor and he was the instigator of this war. And so that means he is the most important for me to destroy. Took some damage here from a bombard. We're taking some hits. Thankfully, my Mikasa has survived the melee attack by this unit. There's industrialization, +3 combat strength for infantry units and +1 production in mines and woodcutters. That's going to help us across the empire. It's a small marginal benefit across the entire empire, but it will add up. Next technology is mass production. We want that factory for the 6th production. I'm going to pull my Mikasa back to Lumajang. You're going to fall back to Tuban to heal. I'll move you forward a tile to blast this mortar. Let's attack the dreadnought. I'll move my howitzer up. I'll move my commander to the right. The howitzer will be able to blast the dreadnought out of the water. Boom. Look at that damage. Gets sunk. I'll heal my Mikasa up. No point in using its respawn ability too early. Let's turn you into a tank now that you're fully healed. Don't let this Changbaeun escape. Drop the ship of the line into this city to heal. And now I believe it's safe to upgrade you to a ship of the line, or to a Mikasa. Tier 2 Mikasa. All right, we're dealing with an enemy unit. Let's use our field guns, blasting at close range to take him out. Perfect. Military commander is available. Let's move him to the front so he can start gathering experience. We will want more of those field guns eventually, but I do want this Ginkgo and the military academy as well. I'll queue both back up because we need to get them finished. We're missing some production in that city. I think it's pretty safe to attack this line infantry, plus it will get us experience for the commander. 2 tanks coming into Fushimi. Oof. That poor field gun getting blasted. We have a narrative choice here. We can claim an artifact or we can discard it. I'm going to go ahead and discard it. I need my ideology. Can't afford to delay it. In fact, I might even... No, I think the science boost is more important. Let's grab Kshatriya for happiness on military buildings. Samapa is ready to grow. There's production. There's science. Lovely. The military academy is on this tile, so that's where I will place it. Boom. We can also grow in the city of Wilwakikta. And so we shall continue to grow. Patalaputra is ready to grow as well. There's 2 production on this specialist. That's really good. That'll only grow even better. Ujjaini is ready to grow. Keep growing to those nice growth tiles, nice food tiles. Keep growing to the food tiles as well. Until Sali, we can grow the city of Lumajang. Grow to the growth tiles. Hujangalu is ready to grow. Look at all that growth, all that beautiful, beautiful resources. Our science is popping off to an insane degree. Those pearls grow this town over here. Again, not much production. We're just looking for growth and food and, you know, whatever yield we can get, we're going to take them. Okay, Lumajang has all of its military buildings. Let's hide this field gun inside my commander. This field gun to take this shot. I'll move you up here, move you up here. Now this is a major defeat, right? But that's 65 versus 70. And then with the flanking bonus, hopefully we'll be able to do more. I'll move my howitzer up. The howitzer should be able to get a decent shot on this. Let's make sure we do a little bit of repairs in this city. Not much in the way of damage. We do need to keep it churning. Now, in terms of production, I think land ships are my core frontline unit. Land ships and siege. Yeah, our army is starting to thin out over here, but we are finally able to crank out land ships in a reasonable time frame now. Of course, this city is in danger, so buying a land ship makes sense. You get a minor victory in there. All right, Hujangalu has been definitively defended. Our foe is moving forward, and hopefully a few field guns will send him packing. That's them sent home. Brand new army commander on the front up here. Just got his first promotion. Initiative, allowing units to pack and unpack from this commander, is very useful. I think it's a good idea to get kills where you can get kills. Attack with this land ship on that army commander. We won't take any counterattack damage. We're just trying to farm experience right now to level this guy up. Move some tanks east while infantry takes up these frontline tiles. They're just fortifying there to prevent anyone from flanking in and getting easy surrounds on my empire. Napoleon is willing to give me Guiyang. I'm gonna reject that proposal, which is that city right there. I don't accept peace. I raise my war support against Hatshepsut. I want to do the same against Augustus eventually because I want to bring my war weariness down. Let's bring our army commander over to this tile, as we'll be able to gather some experience from the howitzers and the field guns firing, possibly even this tank doing work with the howitzer, with the field gun finishing. Perfect. All right, howitzer, try to finish that land ship. If it doesn't work, a land ship, finish the land ship. Keep softening up our enemies around here. I don't have a clean attack vector, and I don't think now is the time to attack. I think we need to sit back and build up our production. I'm going to use this field gun to soften this land ship, and then I will kill the land ship with my land ship, wiping them out, claiming back a tile, getting ourselves into a position where we can actually start to fight. Tosali is ready to grow. Let's grow here to that science tile. This commander has leveled up. I do like the mobility promotion. +1 movement while at land, ignores terrain movement restrictions when packed. It's a fantastic ability. It allows him to pack up, move units and deploy them. Speaking of packing up units, pack up these tanks. Grab this field cannon and deploy him here to blast their field cannon. Then I will scoop up this field gun into you. I'll move you northwest a tile. I'll deposit the field gun on this tile, and he can take another shot, earning you experience. I'll cover this flank tile. I'll put this tank inside you. I'll drop both of these tanks behind so they can heal up, and we'll move up some field guns to get them popped in and out the next turn. The mobility of an army commander becomes insane when you have those two promotions. I did try to experiment with different setups, but the ability to take units inside you, drop them where they can immediately act, and also have an extremely mobile commander, like the combination of those two abilities. Okay, this field gun, I'm going to go ahead and send him as a reinforcement to this army commander. I'll create a hunter-killer squad of some tanks over here to clean up any infantry assaults that are coming. Let's try to deal with this cuirassier now. There we go, cuirassier dealt with, and keep fortifying this front line. I'm not sure what hit him, so my goal is to maximize my production, and I'm going to go ahead and park my specialists in Lumajang into the unique district here. It's got good science, it's got good culture, it's got good happiness, good production, it's got everything you want. Pataliputra has completed its ascension. I have no idea why we're getting science here. Science from specialists, got it. Yeah, I could build buildings, but I'm not going to. I think my main goal now is we can start churning out military units from these cities to go hit the front line. Now, Egypt, her entire empire could basically be conquered on the water. So it could be worth it in our capital to produce an insane number of these heavy naval units so that we can actually fight them back off of the water. Lumajang has all of its production tiles, so I'm going to go ahead and recruit another land ship in here. In fact, I'm going to recruit a land ship, a field gun, and a howitzer, and that's pretty much the sort of army composition that I want to go for. I know the settlement is defenseless, it's fine. There's not a whole lot I can do about things right now, right? We're trying to build up a military over here. It takes time. Now, on the other hand, we do have this front line up here to the north to think about. A lot of my production is starting to come online. I'm going to become very, very scary very, very soon. And I will be looking to purchase the production buildings in my capital. It may be worth it for me to purchase another army commander here. They are 2,000 gold, but like, remember, they scoop up experience and then you can make use of that experience to make your army better. Okay, this guy came with a free promotion, which is pretty cool. I'm going to take initiative plus mobility. These are the two greatest combined promotions in the entire game. I just messaged the developers about it and was like, listen, brother, you might need to balance that. All right, we'll blast this land ship. I won't attack with this land ship this turn. I'm going to give him a chance to heal up in the face of the enemy. There's mass production. We have canneries, we have factories, we have the settlement limit. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to commit to Pataliputra. You can't actually build factories until you have your rail station. So I'm going to purchase my rail station here. There's a 9-2 tile right here. I'll drop it here on this 9-2. There's a 9-4 up here. No, I'll drop it on the 9-2. Boom. That should allow me to purchase the factory but I don't have the gold, so I can do it next turn. The rail station is my first rail station, so we're going to begin connecting our cities up with railways. Okay, coming in here, mass production 2. The food on food buildings is nice, but I don't necessarily need it. I think I would rather go to for flight. Getting my aerodromes up, that's 8 production on that as well. I'll probably use gold for that. We've got a decent number of units coming up here from the north. We will have to deal with it. All right, this land ship. I'm going to bounce this land ship out and send him home to heal. I will bounce this land ship out so we can go. I think taking Aquileia would be pretty good for us here. I will do an army commander bounce to move this field cannon up. Killing enemy army commanders is not particularly important. Getting this howitzer up to the front line is a little bit more important. And getting units that are hurt back to my cities to heal is a lot more important. Need to attack this line infantry before it can get like pillages or flanks or anything dangerous on us. Bring this army commander over to the left. Should still damage them as much as we can. Field gun, get inside the army commander, move the army commander forward a tile. Drop a land ship here, move it to there, and then we'll drop a field gun here. Begin blasting Aquileia. You got a promotion. That's perfect. I basically want to fill out the assault tree. So +2 combat strength for ranged units when attacking. It's not a huge amount right now, but it will add up. There's fascism. We're going to plug in an assembly line and dirigisme immediately because we want that production and gold. We get 3 free tanks, an economic attribute point, and a militaristic attribute point. Let's immediately change our policies. I'm going to drop Charvaka. We can plug that in later. I'll get that production for now. And I'll drop the science from specialists for now, and we'll take the gold from specialists. We will want to plug the science from specialists back in, but we have a really strong science line. We need to achieve a celebration within 20 turns. It takes 10 turns for our next celebration, so we're good. On the economic point, a 15% gold purchasing in all our cities would be amazing. Resource capacity in cities is also quite good. Extra flat gold. -1 gold maintenance is massive. That we're about 1,000 positive gold, and now, yeah, it saved us like 30 gold per turn. It's not a huge amount, but that will help a lot. 5% total gold would be really good. I'm going to go the 2 gold for every tech and civic mastery. That again, it is a very small amount of gold, but it will add up. So we absolutely want Scorched Earth for that +5 combat strength when attacking. So we're going to go to radicalism and then absolutism. I do not particularly care if I lose this settlement, so I'm not going to bother investing in its defense. It's not strategically important to me. I am going to plunder this trade route though. 240 gold. Thank you very much. Fushimi continues to be under attack. Now this city does factor into my strategic consideration, so I will buy a tank here. That does mean I don't think I can quite afford factories, but I will be able to buy the factory next turn. Pataliputra is safe, and the 3 land ships are ready to be sent as reinforcements to the front line. All right, we're going to move this army commander forward. We want to start gathering experience on him. I'm going to bounce a unit into him, and then I'll bounce it out next turn so that I can start blasting the city of Aquileia. I will shoot here to gather experience. And here to gather experience, I'll push forward a tile. Oh, we have a field cannon to our left that we need to be worried about. I'll move my infantry and tank line forward slightly to support. Units over here are healing up. Okay, now this cuirassier is a problem because if he gets a hit off on our units, it'll be bad, so we'll kill him. Let's move this army commander forward, move you up, blast you. We want to attack the city for experience. My fleet commander has reappeared in Samapa. I'm going to start moving him towards Pataliputra so that he can start leading our Mikasa fleet that Pataliputra is in the process of constructing. I don't like seeing these Prussian tanks on their way over with their little iron crosses on. Hatshepsut is willing to take peace now. I'm afraid that like you chose violence, and so now that is what you get. That was a choice you made. So Pataliputra, keep stacking that production in here. Yeah, look at that now. Look at this. The golden production potential of my empire now that I have fascism is going to go off the charts. So we're creating more Mikasas in the capital. I think I'll queue up 3 more. I think 4 Mikasas led by a single army commander feels like a good number, or a single navy commander rather. Okay, we could attack here first. Let's damage him some more. That will lower his combat strength slightly, allowing us to damage him even more. You're going to stay healing on that tile. I think that's the correct use of you. I will spend more money to get another land ship over here. I need melee units to clog and control. Blast the enemy ship that's in the water. All right, we're back up to the invasion of Aquileia again. I'm going to step over here and look to grab a pillage. I will pillage for health here. Shoot both of these units into that district. Let's deploy the howitzer here, and it can shoot this district as well, massively damaging it. I'm going to move my army commander 1 tile to the left so that he can gather experience from all 3 of these field guns that I have firing here. Oh, I think I spent money and I forgot that I needed to buy that factory, didn't I? Yeah, well, we will get it eventually. It's just like we're a little bit constrained. Kill this army commander. Whole field is just clogged with them. But yeah, I think I've worn the Prussian army down. Now, he does have tanks coming, but so do I. All right, let's break this district finally. Step in, take the city. I'll pull a tank down here to cover, and a tank over here to cover. Let's keep shooting you. I'll move forward with a field gun. Move you forward as well. This commander has taken a promotion now, I believe. Oh, hello. Someone got a promotion. Yeah, it was you. Okay, perfect. I will give you mobility, because that allows you to ignore terrain movement restrictions when you're packed up. But more importantly, the +1 movement on land gives you a lot more control over where, when, and how you do things. Okay, Brahmagiri on the military academy. We want to maximize that productivity. Suvarnagiri has all of its production buildings, so we're going to queue up a land ship, plus a field gun, plus a howitzer. That's the army comp, one of each. In the capital, I'm going to pop in here. I'm going to purchase myself a factory, and I want to put it on the military academy tile right here. 7 production, but more importantly, there's a lot of specialists right there, so we should get a ton of production from there. See, it's a 12 production tile that will go up eventually. Now, we should also be able to turn my capital into a factory city. I'll get that cotton in there, and then I'll pack as many pearls into the capital as possible to maximize the happiness of that city. The happier my capital is, the better. And we'll start field gunning some of these districts again. Again, picking up a little bit of experience here or there. Ooh, howitzer completed. Let's pull it back and cover its front with tanks. Mikasa ready. Once you pull back, he can shoot back at you. He's really strong from the combination of niter and oil. We'll play it safe then. All right, Fushimi is under assault, but if we do some careful unit swapping, we should have no issue protecting here. Go ahead and build a fortification on that tile. We'll take a shot at that Chang Beiyong. Use my howitzer to finish him off, sending him to the bottom of the river. Boom. Get destroyed, nerd. We have unlocked flight. I will probably purchase the aerodrome somewhere, possibly in my capital. My capital is making boats, but unlocking flight actually unlocks the very first step of the scientific legacy path. You can see here the transoceanic flights. We do want to do that if we can. All right, fleet commander being brought forward. Mikasa being brought forward. Move these guys here and here. Now, I don't know if this ranged attack. All right, one ranged attack and another ranged attack. Get us a little bit of experience. Perfect. We're blowing him up. Ujjaini still growing to its rural tiles. I would like to get armor because I want armor mastery for that +3 combat strength to ranged and siege units and the next tier of ranged and siege units. Also, just the next tier of all land units here is insane. Okay, what's the situation over here? I want to move the howitzer into the city and then shoot the land ship. This tank needs to fall back. But these units here absolutely should continue to shoot these military commanders to generate experience. I'll move the infantry inside you. I'll move my military commander up. Slam that army commander to gather experience. Continue blasting and killing whatever we can in the area for XP. Pull you back a tile to protect. My vulnerable ranged units are pretty well defended here. See if we can fortify this front line with my tanks. They're digging in. They'll be dug in next turn. Let me see if I can zip this tank out of the line of fire because he's getting a little bit hurt. I don't want to spend gold because I need to buy my aerodrome next turn. I need air commanders, all that stuff. We've got a serious tank assault coming from the east, and our production buildings are not finished to the point where we're able to really resupply this front line. So we absolutely cannot afford to lose any units, like whatsoever, as even like 1 or 2 unit losses here would completely stall out our advance. So let's grab that district. We've got an enemy land ship coming in here to be annoying. We could take a minor defeat. I'm gonna take the minor defeat and then the stalemate, softening him up as much as we can. This guy got a promotion. What have we got available? We could go for siege units. I'm going to go for combat strength to infantry because I want the combat strength for cavalry units as well. All right, we have a tank up here. Howitzer, blast that field cannon. It's a problem. I would love to build the aerodrome right here. 8 production, 7 happiness. So let me purchase aerodrome. Boom. Now I could purchase a squadron commander. I have not seen anyone's air units here, so I don't think I need to worry about air superiority. So I don't think I need fighters. I think what I can make use of though is the trench fighter, as that is a ground attack aircraft. So we'll start bombing and strafing these tanks as much as we can. Samapa has finished its constructions, and it's a question of, do I want to now start producing military units or wonders, or do I want to go and actually continue to produce things like railway stations, the aerodrome, all that stuff. There is something to be said for getting the rail station, the factory, etc. So I'll queue up the rail station in here. It's up to 110 production, but I think I can push it higher. There is a point where it's like Okay, maybe this is enough. I don't think we're there yet, but we could get there pretty quick. Okay, if we blast this enemy dreadnought, it is a little bit stronger than us, and it will get a counterattack, but I don't think it gets 2 counterattacks per turn. Oh, it does. Well, that's a real problem. But I need the experience, and the fact that I'm gathering experience is amazing. I think I'm going to go for Zeal on this fleet commander. He's going to be one of my garrison commanders, and I'd like to get him onto this tile so that he could help Pataliputra continue to get that 5% yield bonus. Let's deposit this field gun here. Maybe it can kill this land ship. Perfect. Just trying to win the attrition war as carefully and as slowly and with minimal losses as possible. He's coming forward. Uh-oh. Jesus. I'm gonna move my Navy commander to the right. You blast him. Bring this guy forward. Get the kill. Huge heavy ship naval battle unfurling here. You heal up for a turn. Tosali is ready to build. I think a land ship, a howitzer, and a field gun. Oops, I just purchased a howitzer. Well, that was not what I meant to do. A howitzer, field gun. It's fine, I'm a little bit behind in howitzer production. Lumajang could probably do a lot of work with an aerodrome, honestly, which has me very tempted to build one. And so I shall pull this land ship back, get inside the commander, see if you can take out this land ship, see if we can take out this line infantry. Might be able to take this guy out. Oh, I can take out this settler for sure. Do not let him sneak in. Damage wherever you can get damage. That's how you work. Every tiny little advantage accumulates. Do not let these infantry sneak past us. Howitzer him. Air commander, I want you to bomb. Nice. Nice Daka. Go ahead and hit him with a melee attack. I'm wondering, can I purchase another plane? Can't quite afford it, but we will get a bunch of trench fighters to try to clear out these enemy units. We're slowly taking Aquileia, however you pronounce it. Damage that plantation, get a little heal. I do like the idea of like burning down a coffee plantation, magically like teleports troops onto the front line. Okay, Augustus has finished the Eiffel Tower and the Hermitage, stealing Madame Science. I'm gaining influence. Thanks for the influence, loser. I shall lower your ability to war exhaust me. Suvarnagiri, I want to purchase a trench fighter in here. Let's do a coordinated ground attack on this guy. Should see a big amount of damage. There we go, 21. And then another bomber should come by. Boom, 21. This guy has gained a promotion. I do like the idea of going down logistics and gaining the danger close ability where we get +3 combat strength for packed air units when attacking an enemy unit that is adjacent to a friendly military unit. That plus order. Like we could have six trench bombers here just smashing. So I think that's the way that we're going to go down. And then I think coordinated strikes will pretty much wipe out every possible enemy unit. All right, take out this line infantry. Continuing to blast these defenses. I'm going to move you inside this commander. I'm going to move the howitzer up so that it can hit this city because it'll do a lot more damage per shot than my howitzers will because it has a higher combat strength against districts. All right, Samapa, what do you got going for me? 4.5 production. I think I want that 5 production over there. I just need to get all of the production that I can get. 5.5 production right here. That's beautiful. Do not let this enemy unit through our lines. Again, I'm not trying to win the war over here. My goal is to hold a stalemate. All right. My tanks are getting a little bit hurt. I'm going to have to do a tactical retreat. I need even more land ships. Okay, they're trying to break through to get through to my aerodrome, I think. So I need to bomb this land ship and potentially replace whoever's standing on it. I refuse to let people peace out if I have positive war support against them. That's how mad I am. I did lose a tank over here, but honestly, that is fine if I can get this kill. All right, nice. We got that kill. Traded 1 for 1 tank-wise there. Let's go ahead and purchase yet another trench fighter. We're going to do a coordinated strike on this tank. So here we go. First attack. Boom. 16 damage. Here comes the second attack. And the third attack. There we go. We're looking really good. Got a 15 in there. All right, what can I do with this land ship? Well, probably the best thing to do is to pull him back. I'll move my howitzer onto the aerodrome. I'll move this field cannon up so it can blast the land ship. I'll pull you back to a safe tile. Occupy this. Keep the city defended from flanks. Yes, they're going to be able to hit the city, but that's okay for a turn or two as we build up our ability to counterattack. Let me move you along the front line. I'll use my howitzer to blast the city. You should have some units you can deploy. Let me scoop up this field gun so I can deploy some tanks onto these tiles to make the front line thicker and messier for our enemies, making them more scared of the flank that they're trying to develop on us. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Completely obliterating this city. This commander has actually leveled up, which is nice. I'm going to go down the left side of the assault tree. I like to get... My goal is to fill out the assault tree, basically, so that we can do as much damage as possible. Let's grab the farm in the city. I've got production in Pataliputra. I think it could be good for us to continue to develop Mikasas. I'm going to keep cranking out naval units from in here. I think it's the right thing to do. It'll allow me to go on the offensive. Yeah, I know the settlement's under threat. We'll hold it if we can. You can see we're taking hits across the lines. This tank right here, taking a pretty hefty hit. Suvarnagiri, let's go ahead and purchase another trench fighter. Our main objective is to clear out enemy units. So if we do a coordinated ground attack, the units will start blasting here. 4 trench fighters taking off to drop bombs on this land ship. There we go. Slowly but surely, we're eroding his capability. Okay. Let's finish him off with a shot from the field gun. I'll use my howitzer to try to finish this retreating land ship. Didn't quite get him. I'll use a brand new spawned howitzer to try and finish him. There we go. He fell down into the pit. Another howitzer reaches the front line, push up these fresh tanks, pull back the weak tanks. Would love to build a railway station. I think we need to keep producing land units, in particular in such a forward city like this. So I'm going to queue up another round of each type of unit. I'm not really using infantry. Infantry are just weaker than tanks as far as I'm concerned. Tanks are more mobile, they have higher combat strength. I don't think there's a situation where I would rather have an infantry over a tank, and so I'm just always going to have a tank. Can't think of a situation where infantry is actually better. Yeah, I'm going to buy a scout who will tank for my field cannon, at least in theory, and then I'll attack with my land ship to soften him up again. Absolutely outrageously large battle is unfolding up here, and we are just pummeling this city. Like, this is World War I style, man. Like, the landscape may never recover from the number of shells being dropped here. We are playing defensively. We're making use of our ranged attacks. All right, let me deploy a field gun on this tile. We can continue to soften these guys up. We've basically pushed back the enemies around Suvarnagiri. I would love to deploy an aerodrome commander, get this tank to heal up. I'm hopeful that we'll start to see real fruits from all of this production that I decided to stack up. Tank here taking a little bit of damage. We've got martial law and propaganda. I don't think either of those policies are particularly interesting to me, but the AT gun, the assault gun, the infantry company, and the tank are all fantastic upgrades that we are going to want to use our gold on. I do want to keep purchasing the trench fighters because they're the best anti-unit bombers in the game. I want to ground attack this tank here. I've got 5 qualifying trench fighters coming in to drop bombs on him. Boom. Love it. Watching him get bombed to hell. So we did a little bit more than, I can't quite tell, but we did a big percentage of his health. Plus this aerodrome commander has leveled up. Field commission does allow you to upgrade your air units much cheaper, but aerial reconnaissance is amazing. And more importantly, I want that danger close plus order. So I'm going to grab aerial reconnaissance. I'm absolutely going to be researching armor 2 for the +3 combat strength for ranged and siege units. We're going to go for absolutism because we want that scorched earth policy. And also military industrial complex is insane. Samapa down here built its railroad. We need to get our factory, and we want the factory on the military academy tile. And then we also want our aerodrome. We want the city to be able to A, pump out production, but B, actually make air units and stuff to help us. I know I'm keeping it busy for longer than I said I would, but all right, we need a rail station in here plus an aerodrome. Keep you busy for a little while. Lumajang, I'll pay to repair this. You built an aerodrome, right? Yeah. Now the difference is in this city, what I want are bombers, because I want to blow up his cities. We'll start recruiting those bombers. Upgrade you to a proper early world tank. Most of my gold is going to be going over to this front line, however, not the other one. So let's begin by upgrading across this front here. Looking good. You need to fall back to an even safer place. Can you kill this line infantry for me? He's causing issues. All right, city district down. Let's make sure we blast this cuirassier with every gun that we have, and this land ship will take him out. Still an army commander in there. Well, we'll keep working on it. I might have to sacrifice you. You have to die. Considering the number of units I've killed versus the number of units I've lost, I feel like we're doing just fine. Okay, I want you to vomit out your units so we can start doing some naval attacks up the coast. Now that we're starting to get a nice squadron of Mikasas. Mikasa, Sukasa. Oh man, look at that artillery. Oh, we are ready. That assault gun, that is insane. Yeah, we're taking some attacks up there in the north, but that's okay. That's all part of a day's work, you know what I mean? All right, we got a narrative choice here. We can get a militaristic attribute point, culture. I'll take the militaristic attribute point. Nothing else really looked pretty good there. Getting levels, free levels on my commanders is huge. So this guy here has leveled up. He has 1 point. I'm going to go for shock tactics, which is +3 combat strength for cavalry units so that my tanks that are in his radius are more efficient. I'm also going to take on this guy the same promotion, +3 combat strength on tanks. This aerodrome commander is going to grab danger close, so my units do more damage when they're attacking an enemy unit that's adjacent to a friendly military unit. I'm also going to take order for +5 combat strength for air units. Let's ground attack this tank. But before we do that, let's pop in here and we will quickly purchase another trench fighter. Full squadron of 6 trench fighters who exist to soften up enemy military units. So we're now going to do a coordinated assault here. 20 health, another 20 health. Oh yeah, look at him. He's getting absolutely dumpstered by continuous air assault. That is what we like to see. That is an entire enemy tank taken out in a single turn. All right, assault gun. Watch this. See these infantry here? Boom. Get destroyed. Anti-tank gun. Blast them. Shredded. Get my tank to roll in and clean them up. So this is where the counterattacks can start happening. Pull you back to a safe distance to heal. Swap these 2 units. You blast. You blast. There's a kill. We're a little bit vulnerable up here to the north. Let's try to get a kill if we can. Take the city tile. Move you up. Kill him. Perfect. The assault on Aquilea is going to be successful. It's taken many, many turns to get to this point, but I don't think I can be stopped at this point. Yeah, I definitely want the scientists from specialists. Let's grab that science right there. A lot of production. A lot of gold, a lot of beautiful things happening across my empire. I forget that I get to grow every city. It's a pretty cool ability. All right, we're starting to run away with the game, which is exactly what we want. I've got a commander over here that needs a promotion. Well, keep getting your promotions and don't make a commotion. I will grab warships bonus. That's another 15% production. So we've got a garrison commander who's pumping out an extra 5% yields. And then another commander. It looks like I found another really interesting bug. Okay, we have another promotion. Okay, wait, we've already done your promotion. This airdrome. Oh, you've already done your promotion, huh? Weird. I'm going to peace out Augustus because it will allow me to simplify my war fronts. It means I can deal with Frederick without having to also deal with Rome. So it means I can move up here, conquer these, come back down, you know, deal with all this without having to actually deal with Rome at the same time, and then I can come back for Rome later. It also means it's one less war that I have to worry about my war weariness in. Ujjaini, we are pretty deep into this age. Ujjaini is ready to construct more buildings. I could build the rail station plus the factory. I could build the aerodrome. In fact, I can't build the aerodrome. There's not enough room. I'm going to get started on a mixture of tanks, AT guns, and assault guns. You know, regular, normal military composition that I've been going with so far in the game. All right, we have a pack of 6 wild dog aircraft that I want to do an amazing amount of damage with. Let's take this guy out. This tank over here. I do not think it required all of the attackers. They are continuing to bomb though. Wow, they're just continuing to strafe. All right, let me pull this army commander back a tile so he can scoop this guy up and deposit him here so he can then continue to soften this up. Swap these 2, become a tank, move my AT gun up. The field gun can become another AT gun. I love how there's just a tank laying up on the wall there. That is sick. I'm going to move a field cannon forward. I'm going to move both of these assault guns forward so we can begin shooting these rifle infantry. Yes, they don't do a huge amount of damage, but that's not important. What's important is that they do damage without getting counterattacked. That is their main innovation. All right, let's take a look at our situation. We're going to begin approaching the city here. Perhaps we will use a coordinated naval attack or coordinated land attack on Badet here to shatter the city. And I'm likely to do a few of those. We also need to get rid of that siege unit here. Love seeing these combat animations. I gotta say the combat animations in this game are beautiful. Truly beautiful. They're really tasty. Upgrading a few tanks over here in Kyoto. I'm hoping that a squadron of bombers will allow me to invade Axum with my tanks. All right, we're going to pop down a 6th production specialist in Samapa. We've got new production capabilities in Tosali. I'm going to queue up a tank, a AT gun, and a assault gun. I do have another factory that I can plug into Samapa, so let me pull out these. And if I plug in the Kowalin, that will get me 3% culture. This should be 12% culture for all connected thingies. I don't actually really understand how that one works, but that will get us economic points. All right, let me deploy a little field cannon here. You'll become an AT crew. You become an AT crew. You're an AT crew. Pull you back to become a tank. Upgrade you from a land ship to the tank. All being done. We've got our field guns. We've got our World War II era units all smashing about. Take on that infantry. You head up to the north. I think our defenses are looking okay. I'm going to move you forward a tile. Oops, wrong one. I'm going to move my army commander forward a tile. And I'm going to land barrage the city. Huge damage. No level on this guy as far as I can tell. Yeah, but once I do have gunfire support, it's going to be dangerous. Enemy units are approaching the capital city. We will not let them through. Our goal is to hold. Let's make sure we upgrade these guys to AT guns as well. All right, I will attack with a bomber there. Grab ourselves some more trench fighters. We got some enemy units that we need to soften up on the front line over here. I definitely want to push these units back. And I think making use of these trench fighters is the way to do it. Constantly just assigning out strafing runs to these infantry. And we'll just use up all the rest of our attacks here. Let's use the AT crew here. Blast you. Blast you. Why don't you pop in there and then get promoted? I will commander bounce this AT crew for, well, first I'll commander bounce the tank forward, and then I will commander bounce the AT crew forward. We begin blasting that district. We're still working on this city here. Recapture the district that we lost. Keep attacking on through to hurt things. As for over here, developing a new front line. Make sure you guys fortify these tiles. Heal up this little tank here. We're gonna start attacking Ostia. Like, we've basically captured Aquileia. I'm gonna capture this, leave a garrison, move to Ostia, grab Ostia, Toledo, Berlin. I hate to see like gaps in the empires like this, but it's fine. I definitely feel like I want more army commanders, so I'm gonna queue up another army commander here. Like, I want an army commander over here to command these units. I feel like that's missing. But I gotta say, there's the warfare in the modern age is very satisfying. It feels very climactic, right? That I'm commanding these massive armies across multiple continents, and like, it's a true world war, at least is how it kind of feels right now in the game that I'm currently playing. He wants peace. I'm not giving you peace. Reject. Reject. There's armor, so +3 combat strength for ranged and siege units. That's perfect. In terms of technology, production on military units would be really nice. I do think mobilization would be a good pickup. The aircraft carrier could be very useful for our invasion of the, what's her name, Hatshepsut. I'd also like to get aerodynamics. I'm going to go for the production on military buildings. We have a defenseless settlement of Kagoshima. Yeah, that's understandable. You took a pretty hefty chunk of damage. Why don't you fall back to this tile? Push you up to here, push you up to here. Kill him. Get this damage in. Get the assaults in on these units. Go ahead and shoot this guy to gather experience. Make sure you deal with him. We have our first bomber. We can begin hitting Axum itself. Boom. There we go. Slowly but surely, we will start breaking that city. I'm going to start pushing tanks forward for the purpose of invading Axum and Matara. There's a couple of land ships inside this commander that need to be promoted. We will promote them naturally. And we'll push them forward to be deposited next turn. You've taken a bit of damage. I'll pull you back to that coal tile. We've got an enemy naval unit here. We will use the coordinated naval barrage on him. Hopefully we'll see big damage. He has been sunk. Now, it did cost us a little bit of health, but I think that was worth it. Curious to see if you got a promotion. Nope, but you're close. Let's upgrade you to a field gun, upgrade you to a field gun, do a little bit of shooting over here. I've got a tank that I can push to the front line. Let's do it. I'll do a coordinated strike on that land ship here with this guy. Did you actually get a promotion from that? No, but you're close and you're slowly gaining experience. AT crew can move up. You can move up. Go ahead and blast him. I have been told that units can now simultaneously act while animations are ongoing. Definitely want to take out that if we can. And then we want to get some massed field gun fire. Ooh, we do have a tank that has pierced through our back lines. Make sure we take him out. You pillage for that little bit of health. Okay. Enemy land ship. Major defeat. Major defeat, that's okay. I'm going to attack with both here, mainly because I want the experience on this commander unit, so I can hopefully get the advancement promotion and get order. My aerodrome commander has leveled up. I don't think we need a field commission just yet. We also don't need dog fighting because we're not defending. I think raids is a good one. Ground attackers and bombers when attacking land units. There we go. Perfect. You know what I should build in here first? I should build a squadron commander so that I can have more air units on the field. Let's bring this tank up to break this tile. That will, oh, I thought he would be low enough that he would basically insta-gib, but I was wrong. Major defeat. Yeah, it's tough out there. We are getting significant advancement on this frontier. These cuirassiers are just getting absolutely corblassiered. I'm going to support my war against Frederic so I can get that +1 combat strength against him. I do think that that's important. Keep our push going. We lost control of a district over here. That's unfortunate. I lost a field gun here, and I lost a field gun here from a field cannon. Can I get this bomber? These guys, I need you to coordinated strike this loser tank to get him out of my face. Perfect. Squadron commander, I want to establish an airbase right here. Perfect. We'll be able to get planes over there now. There's a militaristic attribute point. Units receive healing. I do think free war support is great, so I'll take that. +1 war support is +1 combat strength in all your wars. I'm going to put a specialist on this tile, 5 gold, or 6 gold, 5 production. It's great. So the squadron commander has leveled up. We could go for leadership operations. If we wanted to airdrop infantry around, we could also do cargo drops to heal land units. We can drop cavalry units. Vertical envelopment would be good for getting infantry behind the lines. On the other hand, if we go for tactical strike and we fill this bad boy up with planes that are good at bombing, that could be pretty useful. Also, the splash ability for obliteration. I may go for the cargo drop ability to be able to heal. Having a commander that can heal is quite powerful. Park a tank there. You need to fall back to heal. Perfect. I'll get both these guys to heal up. How much is it to buy a... Yeah, I can't afford to buy a army commander. I would like to save up maybe to buy another one. I just need lots of army commanders, really. Make sure we kill this tank. Move that howitzer forward. Grab that district. We got one more district we need to grab in here. Okay. AT gun blast. AT gun blast. Can maybe capture this district. Looks like we did. I'm gonna move my army commander down slightly to benefit from this howitzer's ranged attack. All right, we're playing it safe. Slow and steady advancement. The city will fall hopefully next turn. Now we should be able to get a massed fire event in Bedette. Move you here. Give me that barrage land target. Perfect. That will get this guy a promotion. I'm going to take the gunfire support, and I also want the +5 combat strength for naval units within the command radius. That will allow the units in here to actually be a lot stronger. I'm going to get you to capture this city. Perfect. We'll move up. We'll take a shot at this tank. Take a shot at this tank. We're taking him out. The death will be mine. Yeah, we're playing it safe. We're building fortifications on the front line. You took a pretty hefty hit. That's okay. Can you clean this guy up? Fall back with this tank. Push forward with you. Break the grist mill. Get the gold. We'll grab these airplanes. We'll carpet bomb the city center. That's the whole plan here. There we go. Perfect. Love to see that damage getting flowed through. District defense is collapsing rapidly. Let's vomit out our tanks. Send them on down. We're finally in a position that we can counterattack Napoleon. Took us a long time to reach this point, but we are there. Blast these city districts with our howitzers. Those assault guns doing serious work. Also, this field gun needs to deal with this Changbayun. There we go. Beautiful. We will just about get flight 2 now. Our enemies have counterattacked, and I think they did kill a boat here. But that's reasonable, understandable. We will deal with it. Flight 2, so fighter unit range and production on military buildings. It's a small amount of production. I think 15% gold towards purchasing is amazing. It will make my army commander purchase over here a lot cheaper. 2,200 gold for another army commander to start scooping up experience. Experience is incredibly valuable, I've started to realize. Let's go for mobilization. Well, yeah, we want mobilization. We want those tier 3 destroyers, the tier 3 submarines, the tier 3 heavy naval units. Pataliputra, I would like you to build me an aerodrome. There's an 8 happiness aerodrome right there. All right, so let's use the coordinated land attack. We get that nice splash damage firing on through. I'm going to move you forward a tile, and I will plunder this trade route. I think that's worth an action. We'll move you on up over here so you can get a nice flank on these guys and shablast them. Move on up. Keep shablast to these units as they come forward. We have a growth event in the capital. I gave the developers some feedback on this screen. So like when I'm looking at this, I don't like. Here's what I would prefer. Like right here, it would say, this is what a specialist is worth, okay? And then as I hover over each tile, like underneath, it would appear, but like, oh, you're going to get, you know, the baseline of what a specialist is worth, plus all of this stuff because of the things that are on this tile. Whereas like, just there's so much data here that it's just like, oh my brain, I can't. Anyway, yeah, this is a little bit much. So we've got an army commander here. He has leveled up. I'm going to grab maneuver and initiative. Mobility and initiative are the 2 best combos. I need to get rid of this field cannon here. So let me shoot that. I'm going to use my tank here to pillage. I definitely want to just get this kill to get rid of this field cannon so we can't be annoying anymore. And then let's bomb this district. My commander here got a promotion. I'm going to get the order promotion for the +5 combat strength. +5 combat strength is incredibly useful compared to a lot of other ones. I'm going to pull you back for healing. You're going to move up, take a shot. Boom. Defenses are down. Let's use a trench fighter to finish off that enemy field cannon to the north. I will use another trench fighter to strike this infantry. You do have to wait for the animation to finish to see what the combat strength is. I need one more trench fighter bombing run on him to soften him up for this tank to finish him. And the tank will finish him and claim that tile. That's perfect. Now my trench fighters can help out in other ways. I'm going to use the carpet bomb command on him to finish off this land ship. Yeah, I thought I would be able to take Aquileia this turn, but unfortunately I cannot. All right, damage the Great Wall and heal. Move up to this tile. I have 2 airplanes. Let's carpet bomb this district tile because we need to break in now. Damage this aerodrome commander. The city district there. City district. Boom. City district is under assault. Move you to there. Shoot that Chang Beiyang. Keep moving those tanks up. Keep moving those military commanders. There's a little bit of stuff going on up here. That's fine. Kill this Chang Beiyang so we can start capturing city tiles. Advance down here. Ooh, yeah, do capture that merchant if you can. So Axum will fall soon, is my hope. Heal up these units. They need to heal a little bit before they can really be useful. I got a field gun and a howitzer here that can both be leveled. Take a shot at this guy. Do a little damage. Right, what do we got? We got city growth down here. I'll take the 5 production on that tile. That's good. Commander has a promotion. This is just a regular old aerodrome commander. I'm going to get him logistics. +2 unit slots is ideal. It also makes the aerodrome easier to protect itself. Choosing production in Samapa. I think we have all of the production things that we can get. I'm going to recruit an army commander down here. I need some more of them. I just don't have enough army commanders to absorb the sheer amount of experience that I'm generating. I'm going to do a carpet bomb on the Axum city tile. So here's the first bombing run. Boom. That should be it dealt with. There'll be another bombing run in a moment. Boom. And then it'll probably fire the third one, even though it doesn't need to. It's kind of weird that way. But that tile is now mine. And we can begin hammering these city districts. Do not let this unit out of your sights. Aerodrome commander over here has leveled up. I will take the aerial reconnaissance commander ability, mainly because I want the danger close ability as well. I do see these units here to the north. We will deal with them. They're fairly low rank, and so I'm not too fussed about them. Assault gun, take out that boat, pull back the Mikasa to heal. We do see an enemy unit in range. Let's get a little closer. Take out that army commander so he cannot participate in the war. Capture Bidet. I'll start moving my field guns down here. Deal with this tank if we can. All right, perfect. All right, we need to deal with this land ship that has come in. Also, I need to take out Aquileia, so let me just quickly blast the city district. There we go. City district is now damaged. Step in there. Boosh. That is now my city. We will be keeping that settlement. Although I do find it annoying how long it takes for a settlement to flip. But that was worth 3 ideology points. It's quite nice. Okay, we got a military commander on the front here. I'm going to pull this tank back to safety. Let's hammer this land ship. Can I get another air unit to damage him, hopefully finishing him? I'll get another air unit to finish this guy. All right, what do we got? Finish off him. I think we've used up all of our air attacks now, just damaging units, trying to get damage on the board. This guy's getting closer and closer to leveling up. But +2 movement range for packed air units will be nice. These aerodrome commanders level up pretty quick. Okay, I'm going to move my commander forward a tile. I have a couple of howitzers. Let's finish off that army commander, because whatever benefits he's providing, we want to get rid of. Then Ostia is the next city that we want to blast. So we'll shred the hell out of that. Then we'll upgrade these units here. These infantry companies need to be upgraded. Pillage for health with this tank. I'm feeling pretty good. So I think one of my Mikasas were killed, and it has now respawned. Oh, I could be wrong about that. 53 damage from an enemy field gun on our AT gun. That's a devastating strike. Yeah, Tuban is under assault. Let's use our bombers to clean this up, I think. So 1 bomber on you, another bomber on you, and a final bomber on you. That'll clean this up quite a bit. We've got an enemy land ship here. Get up to that tile right there. Continuing the assault on Axum. Let me ask him a question. I'm getting some good damage in. AT gun is firing at the land ship. You're still healing for a turn. I'll leave you there. The AT gun can hold for a little while. Does not need your assistance in Fushimi? Napoleon wants peace. I don't accept peace. You do not get to declare this kind of a war on me and then just walk away. That is some bullshit if you think that's what's happening here. I'm enacting infinite fury and vengeance upon the world. I got an aerodrome commander down in Brahmagiri. I would like to get the transoceanic flight done because I do still want that as my victory condition. You have a promotion. I like the logistics promotion. It makes you harder to kill. You can have more planes in you. Yeah, logistic promotions for my aerodrome commanders is like the one that I go for. In Pataliputra, I can continue to develop the city with buildings. However, I'm going to grab myself a tank so that I can push up through this city. In particular, I need to capture this tile, which I cannot currently capture. This Mikasa needs to fall back to heal. Let's bring these guys up for a coordinated strike, coordinated naval attack on this guy. Don't let him escape. Come on now. Huge volleys, huge volleys. All right, production in Lamajang. So how many bombers do we have? We have 4 bombers. I want 2 more. So queue up 1 bomber and then I'll scroll down and I will queue up a 2nd bomber. Let's use these bombers to clean up the enemy units that are roaming around our territory. We do have an enemy fighter that is intercepting our attacks and damaging our people. So let's make sure that we attack their district and blast them. Let's get a tank in on that. I think the enemy aerodrome commander has been killed. Aerodrome is no longer functional as far as I'm aware. Do not let that land ship escape. Chase him down. Break that city district. We should capture it. Get up in there. We got another city district. If we can capture Axum this turn, I would feel really good. It might happen. I can't tell what fortified tile I'm missing. It could be the aerodrome, but we'll get to work on it. Okay, there's nothing possible for us to shoot anymore, so I'll push this siege artillery forward. Matara is next. Tuban's AT gun can back into wait until it sees enemies. We gotta deal with this land ship. Again, part of my problem is the fact that I'm at war with everyone means that I have units across every single possible front that are just smashing into each other. But we are holding, and not only are we holding, we're actually kind of thriving. Coming into Tosali, I would like to buy the rail station. Now, where did I put that unique district that we built? Right here. So I want to put 2 buildings adjacent to it if ideally. All right, let me purchase the rail station in here. I'll plonk it right there. Then I want to purchase the factory, and I'm going to put the factory on the same tile as the military academy. Then I would like to purchase the aerodrome in here, but until then we're just chilling. Send you up as a reinforcement. Okay, we got some problems. We got 2 land ships invading, plus a land ship and a field gun invading here. Let's make use of our trench fighters, in particular on these land ships to the south, because we don't actually have other units in the area. All right, I'm thinking 3 attacks from these trench fighters should do the job. We have lots of really good combat boosts here. Hoping this final attack kills it. Just about. We do get a promotion. I'll take the ground attack commander ability. That's fine. 1 more attack to kill that tank. We still have 2 attacks to dish out. I'm going to try and soften up this land ship. Boom. Lovely. Here comes another one. I'm worried about this AT gun. It's a bit of a problem. All right, let me pull this commander down a tile. We'll focus fire this enemy land ship with all 3 of my assault guns. That'll bring his health down. I'll pull the AT gun back a tile. This is a minor defeat, which means we are starting to get up to the power of our enemies. I have a bunch of units over here that need to be upgraded. Perfect. Tosali needs to grow. I think I put this into the factory plus military academy. It's a 6 production specialist. It's a great tile for maxing out our productivity. Now we will have another factory available, so in Tosali I will pull out its resources so that we can plug in quinine, 2 quinine, plus some other junk. All right, where do we stand here? Yeah, we need to deal with you. All right, we do need to watch out for this navigable river. There is a lot of units on there. An AT gun was destroyed. That's understandable. Squadron commander was killed by a land ship from the Prussian Empire. I don't know how he got around. Thankfully, there was nothing in that squadron commander, but that is a good lesson about protecting them. All right, let's capture Bidet and then this district, which means we have now captured Bidet. With this population in Pataliputra, I want it in the military academy plus factory tile. Get that nice productivity up. We will be keeping all of these settlements that we are capturing. The goal is to become an unstoppable monster. I'm going to be pulling back any of my weakened ships. They need to heal. We'll chill. I'm going to heal up with this tank in Kagoshima. Yeah, we do need to deal with this. But mostly what I will do is I'll get these guys to heal while we wait for reinforcements. We're in the process of trying to capture Axum. Let's kill this. Boom. That's a district captured. Perfect. We're going to keep this settlement of Axum. 15 turns. Huge. We get to keep the aerodrome commander himself. Lots of really good stuff happening. Can you vacuum up units? And can you vacuum up units? to redeploy. Now, coming into Tasali, I would like to buy an aerodrome in here. I'll go for the 10-7 tile right here. That seems like a good one. That will get me another squadron commander that I can level up with logistics to have 6 potential tiles that he can act from. We're going to go ahead and pack units into there. I'll leave 1 AT gun guarding the capital just so no surprise attacks can one-tap my capital city. We're up to 1,000 science per turn, which must be difficult to compete with. All right, we got a lot of dudes we need to deal with. Need to kill this. Gonna make sure I park a fortified unit on the tiles where my aerodrome commanders are. Though that seems like it's very, very important to keep them safe. Even if it does make clicking on them slightly more annoying. All right, nice. We're bombing this guy. Let's make sure we bomb that Trent, the land ship here. Man, this is like a hell of a grind of a war. You know, there are no closed fronts. In fact, let me go ahead and take this aerodrome commander and I will do a massed ground attack on that land ship there just so we can get rid of them. They'll attack over and over until they expend all remaining attacks. I'm a blast to soften up this field gun with this siege artillery. My assault gun, I want this land ship to be hurt. There we go. And then I want my 2 AT guns to deal with him. That'll wipe him off the face of the planet. Keep kerblamming. I mean, they are defending their city pretty effectively. They have tons of garrison units, which makes it a lot harder to take. All right, let's bring this assault gun up so we can start blasting these city districts. It does actually do damage to the unit underneath. I'll leave an AT gun in garrison of Aquileia, but otherwise we're moving on out as soon as we can. Ujjaini is under attack, so I am just about to get a unit in there just in time. Everything seems to be working out like just in time for me this game. Like, I keep getting units to where they need to be in the nick of time, and it feels really good. Okay, we have absolutism. So 50% production towards training all military units with +1 gold maintenance for units is nice. I don't think we need strategic railways. While it is good to have extra production towards buildings and improvements in cities with a rail station, I don't think we particularly need that. Scorched Earth is incredible. We have also unlocked aircraft carriers and tier 3 naval units. We're going to want an aircraft carrier to assist our naval operations. So I'm trying to think. Happiness on military buildings, while nice, is not necessary. Similarly, happiness on science buildings is nice but not necessary. I think I have that, or maybe I don't have that plugged in. 100% I want Scorched Earth, so we get yields from pillaging. And I would also like... I don't think we need this. Food isn't that important at this phase of the game. I would much prefer to have production over food. But yeah, +5 combat strength is really going to bust open this war, hopefully. Samapa has grown. Let's put one into this nice production tile. We're creating a production vortex. Ujjaini has grown. We're still grabbing these mountain tiles. We can choose a technology. I could go for mobilization 2, but what I really want are my tier 3 naval units, or sorry, my tier 3 air units. So let's get that underway. Current study. We finished absolutism. There's no point researching democracy or fascism. We could go for our Meiji civics here. Extra production towards naval and aircraft units. Military buildings will receive a production adjacency from coast. We could also go for the Kantai Kessen. Combat strength for units on or adjacent to coast. Kokutai is great for air and naval combos. We could also go for some modern civics. You got nationalism here. +1 settlement limit is quite useful for our happiness. Globalism. Also settlement limits. Militarism could be useful, right? That +10 HP, extra movement for armies and fleets. I'm going to go for nationalism. There's some good stuff in there. Pataliputra made a tank, and this was a tank that I wanted to bring up this push line here. And so now I need to think about, what do I want to do in Pataliputra? I can continue to sim, or I can go hard. I think I'd like an aircraft carrier plus some units in it. So I'll start with the aircraft carrier, and then I will also produce 1, 2, 3, 4 0 fighters. 4 zeros to go onto my aircraft carrier. It's going to be an air superiority aircraft carrier so that my naval operations will not be interrupted by any potential enemy aircraft. Tosali has finished its construction queue. And again, we could continue to pump up the city stats, but that would be at the cost of military adventures. I think I could use a few infantry companies to station on my aircraft, my squadron commander tile. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't care about this city. You can die, honestly. I'm over the settlement cap anyway. This settlement has no value to me. We're blasting this district. We have a major victory here. Yeah, we have units down here to the south. I have a tank fortified on that district. That's helping. Let's clean up that field gun. 2 bomber strike from the trench fighters should clean him up. And then I'll use a coordinated ground attack on my aerodrome commander to finish off the land ship here. So let me go ahead and do that. Probably won't finish the land ship, but it should severely weaken it. Boom, perfect, dealt with. I did not mean to end the turn. I don't know how I ended the turn because I still had units I wanted to act with. Tosali is ready to grow. Just keep growing to that same nice production tile. A commander has leveled up. This is my aircraft carrier. Aircraft operations is great. +2 unit slots. This aircraft carrier, I'm going to go for dogfighting. It's an air superiority aircraft carrier. So I would like my packed fighters to be very, very powerful as I shove them into there. Air superiority is its own type of air support. Pack units into this commander as we push. All right, choose production here. Ujjaini. I'm going to train a gaggle of destroyers here. Destroyers are a little bit weaker than the heavy naval unit, but they are a little bit more mobile, and I have good flanking. Lumajang. What do I want to build in here? Well, I think we had built a ton of bombers. So I'm going to use the aerial reconnaissance on this city so we can kind of see what's going on there. And then if we carpet bomb the capital city tile, that'll be a nice action. Huge bombing raid undergoing right now. City defenses are getting completely obliterated. Boom. Completely gone. Massive overkill. I'm going to get you to build me a fleet commander, and then a Mikasa and a couple of destroyers so that we can start sending a fleet down this way, and then we'll maybe work on an aircraft carrier. We got some cities we can conquer. Let's get our commander up here. I'm going to deploy a single tank onto this tile so that we have somewhere safe to stand. I'll move you up here. Your job is to get into this commander who's packed up. I'll send you to reinforce over here. I don't need you there anymore. It's not your prerogative, not your goal. Tier 3 Mikasas have been acquired. I'm wondering if there is a hotkey for upgrade unit. Unfortunately, I think there's no hotkey for upgrading units, so I will just manually upgrade them up, but that's fine. Let's wipe this guy out. Perfect. All right, we have some trench fighters. We can get some bombing in. Has the squadron commander actually leveled up the aerodrome? No, but he is close. He's getting there. Take out that land ship. And this aerodrome commander, his main objective is to clean out enemy units. Nothing else. He's trying to give us unit superiority, because if we have unit superiority, we can start, you know, taking our time piecing apart enemy districts. Okay, siege artillery, I want you to break as many of these districts as you can. So there's 3 attacks with our siege artillery. This army commander does not have a promotion, but he is growing. I'm going to take this tank, pop him into this commander, and I will push this AT gun onto this tile. My AT guns, their job is to hammer the land ships. Well, my tank's job is to hold the front line with fortifications, and I feel like they're doing that job pretty well. Let me move you to this tile where you will gather experience more effectively and actually gain a promotion, and I'm going to move you down the right side of the assault tree. All right, kill that land ship. We'll shift this tank line forward a tile, capturing a new district. AT gun blast here. Xerxes joined democracy. Bavarians have been defeated. I reject your peace. No peace for the wicked. Only warfare. That is all I allow you. How dare you invade my empire and then beg me for peace? Come crawling back to me. I got an army commander here. This guy's ready to level up. We will take initiative plus mobility. This is the, army commander bounce abilities that, set the standard for what an army commander can actually do, in my opinion. We're extending the tank line. All right, air superiority, close air support happening right now over here on this tank. We did just get a promotion on the aerodrome commander. Packed bombers. I hope it's the type of bomber. I hope it applies to all bombers. I'm going to take the +2 movement for air units. Being able to reach out further is really nice. All right, so we'll blow you up. I'm going to move this tank forward so that both of these guys are adjacent to a military unit, which will mean that they will take an extra +3 combat strength worth of damage. So we'll do a strafe on this guy, and it looks like the splash damage only applies to bombers, not trench fighters, which saddens me. All right, I'll move this army commander 1 tile to the right, and I'll slam this guy. Let's begin working on the next city district. Boom, that's that city district dealt with. We do need to deal with this land ship here as well. Looks like a commander leveled up. It's this guy. I'm going to take advancement, and I'll take +1 command radius so that he scoops up more experience. I'll take the major victory on this attack. I'll move this commander forward a tile so we can keep scooping up experience from fighting. I can move this AT gun forward, and he can begin softening up these land ships. I have a tank on this tile. Let's keep on pushing. AT guns are singing The song of their peoples. As are the howitzers. The assault guns just blasting these cities. Not sure where this infantry company came from. I guess I had one. We'll bring our artillery up. Finish off this line infantry here with an artillery strike. Blast the city district. Massive waves of units are happening here. Okay, blasting. We'll use a couple of bombs to clear out this land ship. Also, I just like gathering experience. All right, perfect. There is a promotion on this guy. I'm going to go for danger close so we get extra combat strength. Attacking enemy units that are adjacent to friendly military units. We'll also get the +5 combat strength for packed air units. This basically is a major upgrade to our capabilities. We're going to capture that tile. There's a few tiles that need to be bombed. I'm going to try out pillaging this. I'm going to try out pillaging this woodcutter. So if I send a bomber here, will it actually blow up? Okay, yeah, so it actually damages the woodcutter. Okay, blast this city district here, and then we'll blast the city district again. There are some units in the water we may want to consider bombing too, as they may be capable of doing a bit of damage to us. I think we've used all our bombing strikes this turn. That's okay. All right, let's vomit out our units. We'll do the same over here next turn. Generating experience, leveling up my Mikasa here. I'm waiting for the fleet commander plus some more stuff. I should have a bunch of these ships should be ready to heal and rejoin the fleet commander to the north. Interesting. Army commanders and fleet commanders cannot be on the same tile because they're on the same layer of the map. Interesting. All right, another turn has passed. We continue to grind our way through these massive earth-shattering wars. We got a huge blizzard down here. I will not be giving you peace. Under no circumstances will you be giving peace after you declared war on me. Bavaria and the Swiss have been defeated. It'd be interesting if we could liberate those. It's going to go on to my game plans here. Continue to bomb these land ship reinforcements that they're trying to bring up. That's where these trench fighters come in extremely handy, because the huge advantage is they can do damage without taking damage. So they're basically an investment in your military infrastructure. It makes them super useful. We continue to bomb these land ships over here too. There we go. We killed a land ship, plus we did a little bit of damage to one. You're inside a commander's radius, so attacking this land ship will be fruitful. Blast, blast, blast. I'll move this tank up. I'll move this army commander up. I'll attack with this tank. Move this tank to the right. Would love to get that kill. I'm going to shoot once with an AT gun. That will be within the radius of my commander, so I want to gather that experience. Commander radius is amazing. Another district is captured. Commander radius is amazing for gathering XP. Now I'm going to move my commander up a tile. I'm going to move this commander up a tile. He even has a tank inside him. Let's break that city district with a barrage. Multiple barrages slamming into it. Break it now. Now we're looking at land ship wise. Oh yeah, look at that. 92 combat strength versus 73. Boom. Get out of here. Not even a kill. That's unfortunate. We are getting there though. All right, beautiful. We're clearing up so many units. All right, bombers need to blast my enemy dreadnought here. There's one bombing run. I want another bombing run. I think it'll take 3 bombing runs to take out this dreadnought, but that will be a wrap. Shabam, he's dead. Okay, let's take out that line infantry. I'm not going to blast that dreadnought. Instead, I'm going to focus on district destruction this turn. I think that's a little bit more important. That's all 6 attacks deployed. Move you forward, damage that army commander, wipe him out, grab that tile. I'm going to pull you back and pillage for a heal. Move this guy up, deploy the field cannon here, but not the tanks just yet. I don't think it makes sense to do that. Capture that district. Perfect. All right, we're bringing up our fleets for the next assault. That fleet commander up. Plus we have an army commander. Oh, you took a little more damage than I would suspect is healthy. Do a little melee ranged attack, or not melee, ranged attacks. Okay, perfect. My aircraft carrier is here. I'm gonna move him up, and in trying to remember where Pataliputra's, oh there it is, zeros, rebase them onto the aircraft carrier with the hope that we can use them in the fight in some way. So you fortify on this, using infantry to protect my aerodromes. Sneak a destroyer up in here to get a little pillage off on these. That'll get me some gold. Get wrecked. Oh, the city got massively smashed, so we need to do some repairs. That's okay. Should be pretty straightforward repair-wise. I think everything's repaired now. Yeah, we're in the process of recruiting an army commander. That's good. I do think we've reached a point now where it's very hard for the AI to stop me. Friedrich wants peace. We're not taking peace, bruh. You are not getting peace, brother. It ain't happening. I'll take 500 culture or 500 science. I need culture more, so I'll do culture first. So we need to deal with Matara. I need to bomb this district. In particular, I need to break its defenses and clear out the unit. So I'll make use of bombers for that because, again, they do not take counterattack damage when bombing, which is a huge advantage of them. And I'll sweep in with a tank and claim that district, which should flip this city to me. Boom. That will gain us another ideology progress. So we're getting pretty close to the next step. Now I need to make use of my bombers to clean up the enemy navy. So we'll blast a couple of these guys. Take out those destroyers that are bombing us. There we go. Dreadnought down. I've got one more attack in the bank. I'll take out the Changbaeun. That's all 6 of my bomber strikes used to capture Matara. I'll move this AT gun forward. I'll move my assault gun over so that it can blast its Changbaeun again. I'm going to pull you back to heal. Move a tank onto the city, move a commander onto the city. Couple of turns we'll be able to hold it. We got a city growth event in Lumajang. I'll take the military academy, that's pretty good. I got 6,000 gold in the bank, but I'm keeping that under my wing. I got a 0 here. Let me rebase it to the aircraft carrier. It is kind of fun that fighters can attack the ground, but she does have pretty good war weariness, so I'm going to support my war. This aerodrome commander has a promotion. I'm going to take the field commission. It'll make it a lot cheaper to upgrade these aerodrome units. Let's keep pillaging enemy trade, as that is how we do operate here in this empire. I'll step you forward, and I'll use my 0s to strafe here. And the reason we're strafing is to gather experience on the aircraft carrier. I'll deposit my tank on the coast. I have another fully healed Mikasa coming up. Fortify that tile. Bring the army commander up. He's ready to deploy his AT guns next turn. We got a foothold. Kill this tank. I need to keep a Mikasa on top of my aircraft carrier to keep it protected. Ostia. The assault on Ostia is underway. Keep moving these troops up. This commander will move to the right 1 tile. Take out this city district. And then the land ship inside it is forfeit. Boom. Take that city district. Infantry are on the way north. All right, my trench fighters are ready to attack. I'm going to just do a massed strike on that land ship that I see there. So ground attack, just wipe him out. That's all I really need you to do. I just need you to kill a unit every turn. Like realistically, if you do that for me every turn, I'm a happy boy. Boom. Dealt with. All right, there's a scientific legacy point. We completed the aerodrome project. Settlement limit demagogy. We don't care about demagogy. We did get aerodynamics. So we have tier 3 air units and break the sound barrier. So we get +1 combat strength for air units and a legacy point if we complete the break the sound barrier. I will get break the sound barrier going in Brahmagiri. It'll take 7 turns. 7 turns is a reasonable amount of time. I'm absolutely going for mastery of aerodynamics. I want that +3 combat strength for air units. I don't necessarily need to go for rocketry just yet. I would love to get People's Army. That's another 25% production towards land military units. Yes, they use up a lot more gold, but gold is not an issue for me at this phase of the game. I'm going to go for the culture boost because my science is so strong that I just actually do not need it. Happiness on mountains is pretty damn good. It's going to give us a nice buff to our happiness, especially as we start to go over our settlement limit. The city has taken some damage. Let me see if I can do some repairs in it. Oil rig damaged. Oh, why are you building these? These should have been purchase repairs. Get that oil rig repaired. Get that brickyard repaired with gold. Yeah, build me a squadron commander. Lovely that this city is still growing. It's insane, actually. There's a 5 production tile right there. Love it. Got a nice mountain with extra happy on it. Tosali has grown. Oh, right. I got the empire-wide growth event because I have that overpowered wonder because it's borked. Love it. You love to see it. I'm going to pop it to Fushimi. I have a bunch of gold left over. So I'll put a saw pit, stone cutter, a grocer, ironworks, plus a railway station here that will require us. I'll grab this niter and this coal. Sorry, both of them are coal. Yeah, we just invested heavily in one of those towns. That could make it worth turning it into a city. I don't think I will. Well, you know what? I'll convert it to a city. Build our unique district in this tile. Bush, bush, bush. What do you got here in Aquilea? Grow, grow, grow. Thank you so much. Every single city is growing and it is majestic. We have another army commander down here. See if we can maybe rail him to the front line. We have our first squadron commander. I would like to establish an air base, but I'm going to rebase him over here first. All right, sick. We have a naval commander. I'm going to go down the bombardment right-hand side. I'm going to go for naval artillery for combat strength against fortified districts. Then we get reciprocal damage when defending against ranged attacks, and then the splash damage. That's how we'll be able to develop ourselves. All right, bombers, I need you to do some work here. Ooh, I could upgrade you all. I would love an upgrade all button. It's fine, but we will upgrade from these nice canvas planes to the slightly nicer looking ones. They aren't actually that much stronger, I believe. It's only plus, they look weaker. 4550, what are these guys? They're 3555. If I upgrade you, what are you? 4060, okay. They're better. Let's get these trench fighters upgraded into CAS. Yeah, this is a moment where it's incredibly annoying to upgrade units. You should like click through the tile multiple times. So like this is very click intense and very annoying. I appreciate that it is the way it is because of certain logical decisions, but you know, upgrade all button, please, thank you. That's all we need. It's all we ask for. Reasonable UI elements. Get that kill right there. Beautiful, +6 experience. Move our naval commander up so we can keep gathering beautiful experience on these tiles. I'll move this tank forward. I'm going to deploy an AT gun on the right and fortify. My infantry here is in bad shape. It's okay. He can retreat. Taking out this AT gun. This field gun that's sitting on the right side there. Mostly looking to strike with these guys to gain experience. May as well finish off that field gun with my zeros. It's not a terrible use of them, in my opinion. All right, my fleet commander got a promotion. He's got a full bombardment tree. I do think going down the right side of the engagement tree here is pretty good. You can move after unpacking. Then you've got the +3 combat strength against naval units and +5 combat strength when at full health. So we will go down that tree. It's a good one. We can then get command radius. All right, we're going to push our front line here forward, mainly because we're looking for a way to get more units, in particular siege artillery units in range to blast this city district here. Actually, we managed to pull it off. Then we need to deal with the tank. Land ship. Final district is coming. All right. Making progress. Deploy that tank out the back to be retreated to the healing distance. Making decent progress here. Now, I did believe I have a squadron commander who I thought it would be fun to get airborne forces on so we could do airlift operations and drop tanks and stuff behind enemy lines. It's a great way to do reinforcement actions. I do like when you click on a tank, like I love that when you hover over an enemy tank, its turret like turns. That is really satisfying and cool. There's something about that. There's just like these little tactile moments that really enhance a game's feel, you know? I'm going to establish an airbase here with this commander, and I'll start sending infantry over to him. Put this assault gun on top and build forts for him. All right, let me scoop up some units. Can I move here safely with all my movement? I can. I'll deploy an assault gun here, blast the district. Can I still move here safely with movement? I can. I can deploy an assault gun behind and blast. City's almost done for. Jump in there. You move forward. You got it? Perfect. I think we have Ostia now. I think we flipped it. Oh yeah, it's another militaristic milestone achieved. We got 2 out of 3. We need to capture 2 more cities, and we can win via domination. Keep that settlement, of course. All right, let's make use of these new dive bombers that we've got, and these actually shred these enemy tanks. They are doing serious work for us. Obliteration. Another enemy tank goes down. Let's keep dropping the bombs. And then I think I have one more dive bomber that I can functionally use. We'll dive bomb this boat. I've got another 0 in the capital that I would like to rebase to my aircraft carrier. And my aircraft carrier can keep on hitting with their zeros. Perfect. Slowly gathering that beautiful little bit of experience to make this an air superiority monster. Let's push forward with our fleet. And then we're going to do a coordinated land barrage on Geb 2. Absolutely slaughtering it. Push that tank forward. Army commander is going to deposit an AT gun on this tile who will shoot this unit. I'll fortify my commander on that tile. You can shoot this Mwami or whatever he is. I really advise against trying to settle this Rome. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Honestly, he's going to settle the wrong tile. He should settle here. He's going to settle there. I know he is because he's bad at the game. All right, I do have a bunch of bombers down in Lumajang. Sorry, said it wrong. I'd like to clean up these dreadnoughts. I'm using the wrong ships for the wrong jobs, or the wrong air units for the wrong job, if you get me. Like, should be using CAS for this, but I'm using regular bombers. It's honestly fine. You know, we're still gathering experience. We're still gaining superiority. It's all about attrition. That's the thing. Oh, we need to pop this naval commander before he gets a chance to pop us. Blast that district. I don't think I'm ready to try to cross the river just yet. We are doing some serious goddamn work. I'll move my aircraft carrier forward. We'll do some blasting on Geb 2. The rest of the Egyptian / Amuna blah 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 Hatshepsut cities, they should fall like dominoes now. Now that we have the superiority, all we are missing is a aircraft carrier with dedicated CAS and an aircraft carrier with dedicated bombers to really send home the message that, like, you do not mess with us anymore. Okay, next up we need to capture Toledo or Berlin, possibly both. We can begin establishing a new front line. All right, things are going well. I will get these guys to fortify on these tiles so that they become difficult to attack. I can rail deploy this army commander to the front, which feels good. Not all the way to the front, but pretty close. Pataliputra is finished. I'm going to grab myself a new aircraft carrier. That means it has its 4 zeros. that it wanted. I'm going to deploy that to the aircraft carrier. I'll use the zeros here to do some light strikes. Again, mostly looking to level up this aircraft carrier so they have literal insane air superiority. In fact, I think he did get a promotion. Combat speed is amazing. Pact fighters gain the first strike ability, +5 combat strength when at full health. Perfect. In conjunction with order, this will be +10 combat strength on my fighters. Now, if you take a look at those, right, they have 49 combat strength, so I'll have them with a 55, which is not what I would call comparable to the cast capabilities of a dive bomber, right, with 78 combat strength, base 60, but it is something considering it's an air superiority unit that is striking the ground. I mean, look at this land ship. It's dead in the water, quite literally, because it's embarked. All right, get him. Don't let him away with that. Fact that you like embark a unit in my face, the fastest way to get me to attack it. Okay, what do we want in Tosali in terms of units? I think I'm going to start recruiting some heavy bombers. I need a few heavy bombers. I'll recruit 4 for now. Kill the tank, gather the experience. You've taken too much damage, jump back in there. Deploy the AT gun to that tile. Fortifications built, keeping you healthy. Melee attack that tank. Then I want a massed land attack on the city itself. Come up here, melee attack the Mawami. Look at that squadron of fighters to zoom it around. I love that they all have slightly different colors. Oh wait, no. That's because one of them is a tier 3 and the other one isn't. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, perfect. We might be able to capture Geb 2 here. Yep, and it looks like we did. Another city captured. Boom. Military ideology points. We're almost there. We'll be able to start Operation Ivy and win the game. Okay, bombers down in Lumajang. We definitely need to strike these guys. Don't let these, fleet has been scattered. That was the goal. Bomb the ships of the line. Don't let them just get this, sneak attack on us. Dude, air power is insane. If you have air superiority, it is ridiculously powerful. Bomb this a couple of times and then we'll take a shot with you. Shabam, he's done for. We do have an enemy ship down here that we need to deal with. Artillery is pretty good at clearing that out. Much better than AT guns. Perfect. You're healing up. I'm going to deploy an AT gun on this tile, which will allow me to blast that fleet commander. Then I'm going to come in here. Thank you, little army commander. Where are you? It's hard to click on them sometimes. Sometimes the game don't want you to click on them, is what it feels like. Do I have any bombers left? No. See if you can take that city district, because if we get a foothold across the river, it'd be great. Also, look at all this oil. That's 3 combat strength on my tanks. Like, I become unstoppable if I grab Yingtan. And then we've got this oil tile right here, and we can liberate Geneva and Munich and just take out all of these guys. All right, let's deploy another tank into the river. I might regret that if it gets killed, but I can get up onto that oil tile, actually. That's pretty good. Ooh, under attack by an enemy tank here. Spooky stuff. Let's bring a unit over to assist. Kyoto's under assault. That's fine. This river flooded and absolutely dumpstered my Mikasa. Mikasa? Sukasa. I'm going to make... You guys have absolutely no idea how many times I'm going to make that joke through the life cycle of Civ 7. You are not prepared for how many times you're going to hear me say Mikasa Sukasa when I'm playing as Japan. You're not ready. You're just not ready for it, man. I'm going to say it so fucking much. All right, we want to blast this district. Let's push this tank forward. Push the AT... Nope. Sorry, misclick. Push the AT gun up into the tank's previous position. I'll slam with these tanks a little bit. I think this guy just got a promotion. He did. I'll go the right side of the assault tree. You already got a promotion. That's good. Ooh, I did not mean to embark. I thought that was Savannah Plains. It's bad to embark your units. Units are much weaker when embarked. We have a solid, thick-ass front line here. Let's move up our siege artillery. Do I got any dive bombers? That could help here. I want to damage this army commander so I can take this tile. I'll deploy an assault gun on the tile behind me. Sometimes the clicking doesn't work exactly how you want it to, and I'll move this army commander forward. Lovely, 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 lovely. Infantry company, get a move on. All right, let's coordinate strike on this ship of the line here. I'm surprised they're still building ships of the line. I thought he would have the resources to maybe build a tier 2 version of this, or even the technology, whatever. I'm just genuinely a little surprised here. There's nationalism. We definitely want to plug in the 25% production boost. We don't necessarily care about Taj Mahal, although 50% celebration duration is really cool. Axum has grown. You have to choose a civic here. I'm going to take globalism here because it'll lead to militarism. Militarism has some really good benefits. I have a squadron commander that I'll redeploy to the front, and I want to fill that squadron commander with a series of heavy bombers, so we'll start recruiting those. Salva Nagiri can start recruiting tanks and assault guns and AT guns. Tank, assault gun, AT gun, and then another army commander. That's kind of like the construction queue looks like. Oh shit, Kyoto. Kyoto could fall here. I'll bring some units down to try to assist. I'm more interested in Yingtian. Take out that army duder. All right, where are my bombers? Do they have the range? They do have the range to assist on this land ship incursion. And so I'll spread out my attacks. 3 on each in the hopes that I force some of them to go home and retreat. Actually, it looks like we might even just get the kills, which is ideal. So that'll be 2 of these guys killed dead. Stone dead. Kill you stone dead, brother. I'll leave an AT gun behind to protect. You need to heal up. Start moving these guys up. Took out another district in Yingtian, almost. Pull you, where can I get you to? I can pull you all the way back here. Let's start working on Guiyang. We're super over our limit. Remember, the maximum of 7 over the limit gives you minus 35 happiness in every single city. It's a huge negative penalty, but when we're going to be so deep into the victory condition, I don't think it actually matters. This is like an epic continent-spanning war, dude. We are levels of combat and warfare that unheard of. I want to take out this army commander, so I'll wait for the air attack. Then this tank should clear him up. Take his tile, take that tile, perfect. I'm going to deploy an AT gun. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will deploy an AT gun here, and then I'll use my assault guns. Destroy the city district, AT gun to attack the land ship. The combined arms warfare is really satisfying. Can I get this tank to roll in? Not quite. Okay, we'll have to wait a turn. I did get a promotion on this guy though. What kind of promotion do you got? Yeah, we'll go for the right side of the assault tree. Most of our functional attacks are based on artillery at the moment. Geb 2 has fallen. I'll take a moment and upgrade any of my zeros that aren't upgraded. 1, and then there should be another one that needs to be upgraded. There we go. And then there should be 2 that are ready to attack. And again, I'm mostly just using these guys as ground attackers to level them up. Oh, we are going up against level 3 tanks from Egypt now. So they are putting up a bit of resistance. We will need to consider that. Move the fleet, the aircraft carrier over here. Fleet commander to this tile. Flanked and guarded by a squadron of heavy naval units. We do have pretty good range on these guys. Hammer those districts, as you will. I should have a shower of dive bombers ready to deploy here. I'm just going to drop them on you. I'm trying to just save clicks, basically. Right. AT gun, can we clean you up with a tank attack? Yes, we can. Then let's deploy a AT gun onto the tile you were on. He should be able to attack this tank, getting a really solid hit. We could soften him up. I'm going to deploy a unit back inside this commander, freeing up a tile for my siege artillery, the assault guns, to make their way up. I will block this mountain pass with a tank, and I'll put this tank inside a commander next turn. Level 7 aerodrome commander has leveled up. I think I would like to get the 3rd commendation, so I will work down the dogfighting tree. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. Take you out. We'll move forward with my destroyer, and then we'll take out this ship of the line as well. Working on it. Whether or not we'll make it is a different question. There's something about this music that makes me think of one of the Legend of Zelda songs where it's like... Maybe it's like a Japanese motif or something, but man, I love it. Whatever the motif they're using in this particular song, this particular soundtrack, incredible. All right, coming into Fishibi, this is a city that is growing. I will grow to the food and production tiles because we want that city to produce more. The more it produces, the better it will produce, etc., etc., etc. I got a new aircraft commander, which is fantastic. Aircraft carrier. I'm going to rebase some bombers up here so that it can assist in the conquest of Egypt's coastal settlements. And I want one more aircraft carrier to carry CAS, close air support. Aquileia is ready for investment, believe it or not. An investment I will do. Grist mill plus a granary. I'm going to turn it into a city. The guild hall and medieval inn here. But remember, our unique district scales off of adjacent districts. So a 9-1 tile is pretty good if we place both of those down there. It'll take a long time for them to be constructed. Yeah, give me those production tiles. Lovely. All right, I want to purchase a factory in here. I'm going to put it on the military academy. That will allow me to activate another factory town, or rather factory resource. Let me pull some of these resources out of the city. I'll go for coffee. That'll be a 20% production boost. I hope that's empire wide. If it isn't, I'll be a sad bear. I want a factory in Tosali as well, which will require a rail station if we don't have it. Maybe Tosali already has a factory. This is the sort of thing that's hard to tell. Tosali does have a factory already. Sauvarnagiri could use one. Repair this. You don't have a rail station yet, so I'll get that 9-5 rail station right there, and then we'll save up for a factory. All right, let's deal with each front line. There's so many front lines happening here. Literally invading / getting invaded by the world. So the front with what is What I'm calling Egypt, aka Buganda, is going just fine. Is my aircraft carrier. Let's do a few fighter strafes. I got a tank over here harassing, so I'll do a few light fighter strafes to soften him up and gather experience. That's the other big advantage. It is just a basic strafe, but it will get me the promotion that I'm looking for. +1 interception range for packed fighters, +5 combat strength for packed fighters. So now they have +10 combat strength when they're at full health, which is very strong. All right, Aquileia has been defended. Can I do a coordinated land attack against this district to kill that unit? I can push you up to here and get a Mikasa ranged blast. I'll move you over a tile to where it's safe. I have a Mikasa inside. I'll move forward. These guys are now blasting each other. Kyoto is still under siege. I would love to do something about it. The question is, do I use my bombers to help Kyoto or elsewhere? I think for now I'll help the Kyoto. 3 bomber attacks should kill a tank. That is a pretty cost-effective way to erase my opponent's combat capabilities. I'm going to go for the tactical strike, +3 combat strength for packed ground attackers and bombers when attacking land units so that they're stronger against land units, meaning we won't need quite as many attacks to clear them out. Or, you know, +3 combat strength can be the difference between 3-shotting and 4-shotting a unit. So I do think that it adds up. I've got one more attack in me. Take out that tank. Looking forward to getting splash damage on these bombers. Bombers with splash damage is insane. Let's hammer this district. There we go. I love that siege weapons seem to do damage to the unit in the district too. I'm going to pillage the oil rig for health. Plus it'll also weaken his troops. Then we'll take this district. I'll move you up here, and I'll move you up here. I'll start moving this AT gun over. Got pretty good control of this situation. I do like that the tank goes down into the clay pit. There's something about that that's really funny to me. All right, we can start taking out Guiyang. So we've taken care of the front up here. We've taken care of this front down here. We've taken care of this front. We don't even have troops on this front. The next front is Tomato. Let's get Shablastin. Make sure we take out these enemy land ships. I'll push forward with this tank, and I'll deploy a AT gun to the front, moving you forward, continuing to Shablast, take over that district. This is a mountain tile. He still can't get past us. Fortify and heal with you. Fortify. Okay, we're looking okay there. Fortify that tile, prevent flanking. Where are my ground bombers? Infantry, I need you to get into his belly. Okay, AT gun. Blast that army commander. I will also grab myself a dive bomber to do the same. Boom, he's dealt with. We're now pushing into Berlin. I'm going to put this tank into this commander, push the commander forward a tile, push my AT gun forward a tile, or rather my assault guns forward a tile. Break this city district, capture it and move. Ooh, definitely need to take out this city district. It's got an aerodrome on it. We do not want them to have air capable responses. I could power drop troops on certain tiles, like right here. It's kind of amazing. So I deployed an infantry company over here. It's kind of a cool ability. It's interesting that you can't deploy into enemy territory, it seems like. All right, I'll deploy an AT cannon to this tile, plink away at some stuff. I think I've more or less covered all of our fronts. Now we're moving in on Wasset. Jesus Christ, I have so many units. It is ridiculous. I'm going to do a coordinated strike on Berlin's capital tile with my CAS. It's not going to be a super effective a strike, but it should significantly damage the city tile that's under siege, making it easier for us to take it next turn, especially with such a high performance level on my CAS. CAS stands for close air support, by the way, if you're wondering. All right, we got our first economic legacy point. Very nice. +3 combat strength for air units. Beautiful. We're 4 turns away from the second tier of the space victory. Okay, combat strength on naval units would be great. That's what I'm going to go for next. Well, no, I should probably research rocketry first. That is a 10-turn thing. Am I even going for the space victory? Probably not. I'll go for the mobilization +3 strength on combat units. Lumajang, what are you making? Make me a squadron commander. It would be nice if I had another squad of bombers that weren't tied to your tile. Okay, I think Kyoto can hold for now. So I'm going to go back to using my bombers for their actual purpose, which was air support for the conquest of Napoleon's cities. However, we are right at the edge of their range. So that is something to be, clear on. We're operating at the edge of our operational capabilities. All right, we've done all of our bombing campaigns over here that we can sustain. We can capture a new tile. Definitely need to take out that air unit tile. Let's drop the siege artillery here. Blast the aerodrome. We need to take it out if we can. Cross the river with our siege or our ranged units. Yeah, I don't care about that settlement. That's a dead one. Pillage for some health, even if it is oil. Guiyang is in trouble. All right, let's move this aircraft carrier forward. We'll make use of its bombing capabilities to smash these districts. In fact, I'm going to smash the capital city tile, because there's a boat in it, and I want that boat to suffer collateral damage from the bombing. So that is the ideal outcome. This Mikasa is a little hurt, so I'll pull him back. I'll push up a new Mikasa to blast this dreadnought. There we go, battleship going down. Let's push our military commander forward, and we will break this district here. Perfect. We'll move this airstrike squadron. We'll do a series of strikes against Wasset. These are just air superiority strafing runs, trying to catch out any enemy fighters who are on patrol. Now, where were my ground bombers? They were over here. I want to take out this land ship. It should be 3 attacks to take him out, as every time we hit him, he will get weaker. All right, and then we'll clean him up with a tank after 3 attacks. And I'll use the remaining coordinated ground attack on Berlin to soften it up again. We'll move in with a tank into Berlin. We didn't quite manage it. Let's try it again. Pop you into that army commander. Pop you into that army commander. I will deploy one of you back out on this tile so that you can take a shot, taking out that district. You get in there. Don't feel safe going into the river. That's that district destroyed. There's so much graphics going on that my computer is like, oh my god, what is happening to me? There's so much graphics. Potato, please lower the settings. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm gonna put you through your paces. We gotta figure out how far can we push you. We gotta figure it out, man. You think I'm just gonna let you not learn where your limits are? All right, I'm gonna deploy an assault gun. He has no moves this turn, so nothing I can do with him. There's no point attacking with my tanks on some of these districts because the amount of damage they do is just pretty negligible. But however, this aerodrome is worth blasting. Okay, I've got a tank over here that's pretty hurt. I'm gonna move up a military commander and retreat you inside. I'll move the AT gun to the right, shoot that land ship. That will get the kill. We're going to blast the city district, hoping that collateral damage takes out the unit that's in it. And I mean, it is working. The constant attacks in there is doing the job. All right, we're capturing districts in Wasset. More like what's up. Move this Mikasa up to reinforce. There's another scientific milestone. Good stuff. I'm going to recruit another 4 heavy bombers because they have that special splash damage ability in Brahmagiri. I'm going to build a port in Pataliputra. I'm going to just queue up a bunch of buildings, honestly. Like cannery plus tenement. I think now is the time to start like easing off the insane military production that we've been doing. I don't think it's necessary anymore. So like, here's a great happiness tile. We'll start building that one up. Boom. More culture tiles. We just chill out. We're just going to queue up a ton of buildings in here. Keep the city busy so we don't have to increase the number of military units we're commanding. Oh my god, I have so much military. Okay, we do see a land ship here that we need to deal with. Let me use a tank to clean him up. I also need to kill this aerodrome so that whatever planes are in it get kicked away. I'm going to use these heavy bombers to do their job against these tanks to the west. We got to really soften these dudes up. Now the good news is it's working incredibly well. Like the sheer number of enemy units that are just getting slaughtered by bombers is insane. All right, I think we can capture Guiyang. I'm going to move up. Boom. There's another city. There's the milestone progress. Now we can actually begin the Manhattan Project in the capital. Although real quick, before we begin the Manhattan Project, I do want to check who has the highest production. Yeah, Pataliputra has 187 production, so I am going to start the Manhattan Project and go for Operation Ivy with the view of winning the game. It wasn't how I intended to win the game, but it was how I won the game. As a result of my enemies just assaulting me relentlessly. So one thing I can do is start looking for peace with some of these people. Although, you know what? They don't deserve it. Alright, I'm rebasing more bombers over to the quote-unquote Egypt front, as I like to call it. Make sure we bomb the districts with units in them, because there is a collateral damage mechanic. I'm going to do a fighter sweep on top of this enemy unit here. They will do a significant amount of damage to him over a few strikes. Love it. Nothing they can do about such a heavy fighter sweep. Oops, wrong button. Destroyed the district defenses, move up, get that melee attack onto Wasset. Perfect. Huge victories up here in Wasset. Like, we're just seeing so many combat victories. Absolutely. My entire empire was under siege for 80 turns. 80 turns of siege warfare that I've finally broken. That's what we call a domination victory, baby. Domination victory, baby, is what I make with your mom after this episode when I go to sleep. Jesus Christ. A long recording session. And I'm like, because I'm so close to winning, I'm like, I don't want to quit, man. Not when we're right there. We're on the verge of glory. Districts going down left, right, and center. Let's do a commander bounce, or as I like to call them, commander bizounce. Do some more commander bouncing, getting our troops into the right position so that they can do the attacks that they need to do. All right, take out that defense. Beautiful. I've even got the flanking infantry company. This is easy company in here. Just coming in, bam, capturing districts, doing what they need to do, man. And they're not called easy company because they got it easy. Easy company is what I call your mama. Jokes will never get old, brother. Combo bomb. Blow up this revolutionary land ship. The land ships are revolting. Oh, the huge humanity. I do love the carpet bombing. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Wait, that's our sawmill in Christmas. Stop it. I need to stop. Oh my god, you're bombing our own stuff. Jeez, dude. Cleared out some boats down here. I might come down here to try to capture Taiyuan as well. At this point, I got so many cities that, like, I don't even know if it's even worth it for me to try and keep them below a certain number. You know what I mean? Like, does it matter? I don't think so. All right, bombers, I want you to take out this battleship. I know that's not what you're good at, but it's what you're gonna do. Look at these bombs. I feel like I'm playing World of Warships again. God, I used to love the old RTS Commander. I used to love the old RTS Commander style. All right, let's do another bunch of fighter strafes over this guy in the river. I'm gonna take out this AT gun as well. My tank is a little bit hurt, so I want to play it safe with him. I'll bring another tank up. You got a promotion. I think we want to go for tactical strike. For our bombers, we want to get that AoE damage if we can. Yeah, carpet bomb ability plus 5 combat strength. Then we want that packed bombers. All right, commander bounce the siege artillery over to this tile. We do need to blast the Red Fort Wonder. I can do another commander bounce. I'm going to pull you back to pillage those oranges for a heal. Yeah, I think I might take Toledo and Berlin and then just leave it there. I do not think it is necessary for us to take every single possible city. In fact, I don't even think it's a good idea in this game to do that. Like, we're starting to get really big penalties of happiness. The good news is we can use shore bombardment to take out these land ships and the districts. You guys are a little bit hurt. Pull back to heal. So yeah, I think we'll capture Berlin and then maybe start looking to piece people out. I'll capture Wasset and piece people out. Napoleon I might keep going to war with, but I think this war has gone on long enough, especially now that I can do my victory condition. It's not necessary. Like, it might be fun to continue the war, but it's not necessary. I tend not to force myself to do things that I'm, like, not having an amazing time doing. And while there is an element of fun to the warfare, I think when you've grinded through 85 turns of brutal, grinding warfare, you're ready to chill. So there's globalism. Settlement limits helping out our happiness. Grab militarism because it'll allow our units to heal more. Fushibi has a construction queue. We'll just repair some buildings in Bedet. Wasset is falling. Take out this enemy tank if we can. This unit should be able to do that. I'll grab my bombers. Capture this district, and then can we capture this one? That should be a flip on Wasset. Come on. Oh, come on. What are we missing? Huh. I don't actually know. I'm not sure what we're missing. I will carpet bomb that tank, and I will strafing run that tank over there. I'm wondering if maybe there's a wonder that is giving them a district bonus for a fort or something in the city, or maybe it's just like, hey, You gotta capture another building or something. Battle Group is a really great promotion for aircraft carriers. This unit gains plus 10 combat strength, and naval units gain plus 5 combat strength when defending. It makes the aircraft carrier a lot easier to defend. Alright, we got a city district we need to blast here. Unfortunately, there is a tank inside this district. Let me see if I can pull off a commander bounce that lets me kill this tank. I'm hoping. Bam, there's the AT. Can we get the tank in? Here we go. Ying Chan now belongs to me. We will be keeping that settlement. And my commander has leveled up. Not so bad. Let's kill this army commander. Okay. Who am I piecing out? Well, first we gotta take Berlin. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fortify with you. Misclick. I need my ground attackers to save me from my mistake. Kill this damn land ship. I got any more air attackers left? I got one more. I'll use them on this tank. Siege artillery. Blast that district. Take it. This guy's got a promotion. I'll max out the siege tree for funsies. Deploy a siege unit behind who will blast. Then can I deploy a tank onto that broken district? Yes, I can. Amazing. And then he can act, hopefully capturing Berlin. Come on now. Give me Berlin. Now's the moment. This is it. Boom. There's Berlin. Okay. I will keep this city and I will piece out this nerd. I could keep capturing. He'd give me Pompeii. He'd give me Ravenna. Roma. I want Roma. Give me that capital city. He thinks this is a rational offer. What a dummy. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have declared war on me like turn 20 of this era, you idiot. You reap what you sow, okay? When will you learn that your actions have consequences? Okay, I'm a consequentialist. That's why I consequence my thirst on your mom. I have no idea how we got this army commander, but he is gonna be an army commander. Oh yeah, I forgot, if you get a city in a peace deal, they're not even mad. They're like, yeah, come on in, brother. The pool's warm. Rail station. That's what I call your mom's house. Oh yeah. Claim the artifact? No thanks. Maybe I will. I'm also going to piece out Napoleon, and I'll take Taiwan off him. If anyone can weather the happiness penalty of going over your city limit, it is Ashoka. I will not be piecing out you. This guy I can piece out, though. He'll give me a city. Give me Cahokia. It's got wonders in it. Thanks, loser. Thanks for the city, dummy. It's got wonders in it. Which wonders? Oh, the Great Stele. The Great Stele. Oh, Nelly, the Great Stele. Whoa, Nelly, the Great Stele. All my cities are basically still happy. I mean, I guess a couple of them are a little upset. No, I'm not. I'm reject unless I get Wasset. There's the Manhattan Project. So once again, I have decided to be the nuclear Oppenheimer-esque, world-ending figure. That is just who I am, I guess. I like how the health bars are still in the background there. That's kind of cute. Let me go ahead and take a screenshot of that and report that as a bug. All right, there's the +3 combat strength for naval units. With the Manhattan Project completed, we can produce nuclear weapons or Operation Ivy. I don't think you guys have earned nuclear weapons yet. I think you aren't ready for it. I just really don't think you're ready for it. I don't think you're ready for the nuclear weapons. So we're going to do an Operation EV, Operation Pokemon. How do you get Pikachu onto a bus? Yep, Pokemon. All right, I'm going to go for food buildings, cannery, plus tenement on that nice adjacency tile. I'll even get myself a grocer in here. Nope, the rail station has to go there, sadly. We'll keep the city busy for a little while. That's our main objective now. Our main objective is just get through the turns. Just get through them. Never built a grocer this era. Just never really had the chance. Museum plus opera house. And coming into Lumajang, we shall get ourselves a delicious cannery. Well, first, actually, probably want to build a factory. So we should build a rail station. We're nailing it. All right, put all these units to sleep. Bam, 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 bam. Everyone hates me. I wonder why. I don't know what I did. You know what I mean? All I did was defend myself. This was a defensive war. If you cost my civilization a huge amount of resources with a stupid-ass war, I'm gonna have to do something to fix it. That's how that works. I'm a little confused why I haven't captured this city. We will strafe this tank in his district. Might not actually do any damage to him, but it might. Oh, I could do a WMD strike. Janet. Oh, shit. That was sick. Cool. Oh, that city's in bad shape, dude. Nuclear winter. All right, fine. I'll piece you out. The river brings blessings. Yeah, I don't necessarily think we need to build buildings anymore. I think we can just kind of chill. I'm just pressing the alert button, telling my units to go asleep. God damn, my army was big. But hey, mission accomplished. We managed to win another game of Civilization 7. This time we won as Ashoka, the world renouncer, and I learned a hell of a lot. All right, there's mass production, food on food buildings, food on fishing boats and pastures. Matara has grown, very cool. Choose a technology, radio 2, that's fine. None of this really matters. It's all just meme. It's all just meme stuff. Meme stuff to keep us distracted. The real thing we want is Pataliputra's Project Ivy. Oh god, empire-wide growth events are fun at first.
If I cannot inspire love.
Okay, units heal, +1 health, +1 movement for armies and fleets. That's pretty cool. Not necessary. Not really. We don't need it anymore. Healing is cool, but, you know, we're past it. Ooh, Globalism 2, Electric Boogaloo. I will go for Draft 2. I like the Brandenburg Gate. No happiness penalties from war weariness. We are approximately 5 turns from winning the game. Just for fun, I guess I will buy some districts. Alright, there's radio. You get some narrative choices going. You can get a cultural attribute point. I'm going to take... +1 culture from specialists is really nice. So, it's a nice little chunk of culture right there. Lovely. All these growth events are happening. We'll research rocketry. Not that it matters. Again and again and again. We go through the same loop-de-doople.
If I cannot inspire love, I will.
They want me to build a wonder. Interesting. Okay, apparently I built a wonder. Thanks. I'll get the +1 food in cities per town. Pretty good. We're growing. We're growing while we wait for the project to finish. I'll grab my Meiji civics. All right, let's take that science boost. I'll take the happiness on military buildings. That's what we're talking about. I'm so close. Each turn takes so long because I have to do so many different actions. It's so painful, bro. Please, just let me launch the nuke. Let me win the game, man. Oh, there's so many turns. My celebration triggered. I have to build so much stuff. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Please, no, don't make me place any more population, man. I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. I don't know if this is more annoying or less annoying than spamming builders. Well, the jury's out on that one, boys. Oh my goodness, there's so many. When you have 29 growth events in a single turn, let me tell you, you know about it. Produce me some nuclear weapons. 3 turns until victory. You know, I'm just gonna shift enter this bad boy. I'm not messing around anymore. I'm shift entering. I'm not sitting here wasting any more of my time just to win a stupid video game. I'm shift entering. That's what's happening. Somehow I got an economic legacy point. Woo! And another shift enter. Here it comes. Operation Ivy. Oh my god, pinch me. I've just ended the world. No, this isn't what I wanted to see. Oh, look at it. Look at that nuke. Woo! By the way, we just caused a tsunami and destroyed half of, like, Japan. Amazing. All right. Well, that was pretty fun. The modern age comes to an end. I think that's the victory.
The sun has come to earth.
That's the victory movie right there. Victory, Ashoka, the world renouncer. But yeah, look at that. We nailed it, dude. Legacies, we were top dog. View Legends report. Bish bash bosh, 250 technologies. Max out the assault tree with a commander. Finish the modern age. Complete the ideology legacy path. We unlocked a whole bunch of cool stuff. Hey, that's what we're talking about, man. But then the game just ends. And I'm like, where's my graphs? You know what I mean? Like, where are my graphs? Where's my replay movie? Where's my other stuff? Oh, it also just crashed. Anyway, I'm going to talk. Thank you guys very much for watching. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.